What up? What up? What's up? Y'all know what time it is. It's that Talk Shit Tuesday. Big shout out to all my people out there in the Shark Tank. Big shout out to all my people out there on the back street. What's up? What's up? Let me get my shout outs right quick before I get started here. Big shout out to my main man, one and only, all-time favorite, Mr. Dickie Foster in the house. What up, fam? Nation's best Kennels representing. Salute to you too, fam. Yo, my man Skip Bill in the house. What up, fam? Johnny 5, LBC 213 in the house. What up, baby? Big shout out to my man. Bite down and shake that like button. The one and only Double M Desbo in the house. What up, bam? Big shout out to the Mad Doctor in the house. What up, fam? Yo, my man. Johnny Rockets in the house. What up, fam? Big shout out to Mr. 216 representing the 010. What up, baby? Big shout out to another longtime supporter, the one and only Mr. Vernon Starr in the house. What up, bam? Big shout out to AAA, Mayday, Reno, Aggie in the house. What up, fam? Hey, I'd like to give a special shout out to my man, Mr. Vernon Starr, a very, very knowledgeable member of the Shark Tank, been around, I think, since day one. He came up with an answer on the, I think it was the Sassy, Champion Sassy came through, gave a little input on what he knew. I just wanted to know, I'd be really appreciating that, reaching out. Sometimes, I'd be looking like, you one of the old schoolers to know what you know. Everybody should know Vernon Starr by now. But yeah, it was real educational to see that, you put forth that and replied. And just wanted you to know, man, be well appreciating that. Because, the investigation never ends. It's a never-ending investigation. It's been going on for 20 plus. But you gave a different insight on some of the stories. But not to keep going back and forth with you on the issue. Because remember, I wasn't there, so I can, I'm like one of them too. That I'd be like, well, I'm just saying it came right from the Undertaker's mouth. And it wasn't like a third party. It was just him to me, him to us, telling us, hey, this is what's going down. And then you'll see one of the reasons why that situation was so important due to the fact of, at that time, what was actually getting in. That was a hot moment, because, now you got that Jeep, Red Boy, Chinaman shit. It was, we're going to talk about it tonight. Because one thing I can truly say about the type of dogs that came off, those type of dogs that we talked about last week, just look how they bred and just look where it stands. The controversy is always going to be, but we got enough history in between here and then, so it's the stories that's in between where you just got to get them all and then you time them together and you do what we do. We go on and research and you look at this and you look at that time period, look at that time period, and then try to pull up some of the journals. So that outside help is, first of all, it's informative, and I think it's important that other people, be shared that same information as he does. And hopefully we get a whole lot more of that. Because again, it's not, we're only going to tell you from our point of view or things that we know based on the people we know. And everybody got stories, so you know how them things go. But it's always good to know there's another part of the story that you can throw in there that really makes you really take a different look at how things go. So I wanted to get that out the way right quick. Other thing that I like to talk about right quick before Mo come on is, business. Doing business with these dogs is a very, I guess it's like any business. sometimes, I mean, even in business, your worst enemies be either your friends or family members. See, my dad taught us that early, you know, real young kids, coming in the door. I'm his son. But when I walk through that door, I'm like everybody else, and doing business, watching how he did his business, and how even all the way down to how he handled us up in his business. He always had a philosophy of how he did things, and I took that type of situation with me even through life and including these dogs. I feel like a man's word is always, always supposed to be his bond. You know, that's first and foremost. But in the same instance, you have to be careful of who you give that kind of respect toward. You know, I think it's important to know who you're doing business with before you start passing judgment. Because, there's a whole lot of used car salesmen out here. There's a whole lot of stores out here. I'm not out here to bash anybody on how they do business, on what they do business with. But this is like just a public service announcement. You know, that has always been a situation that, like everything else in this, dealing with the American Pit Bull Terrier, regardless of how many years, I guarantee you, we're saying the same things that they were saying way back in the early 1900s. The shystiness, the lies. But moving forward, though, here's my thing. If you know these things moving forward, and I guess that statement that experience is always the best teacher, that works for kids, for me. As a kid growing up, certain things we were restricted to, you live by the sword, you die by the sword type of shit. You get out there and mess up, especially when it came to my family household. You messed up, there were consequences. And living in a family of 9 brothers and sisters, that was a kind of a tight household. And from top down, top down, there was a responsibility level. So even in situations like like that, the responsibility level, it carries the same weight in the family as it carries in the business that you do. And I think that's just one of the important things we need to have more of, because that's why we don't get nothing done as far as working together, because people don't have that wantingness to do better, to be a part of something better. And anytime you're dealing with business, there are reasons why things are like that. So it's not about knocking anybody. It's just taking a look at the reality of making changes and doing things. It takes more than one person. It takes a group of people. And in the process of doing these type of things, you got to be, at least well enough to understand character. Does that person fit what it takes to take on the responsibility of creating something new? Taking that ride, all in, great suggestions, willing to put in that homework, those things. And I think when you have that, when it comes to a group of people, being able to get together and do that group can create things that become bigger. And if you don't get away from what got that original group to that point to where it started getting bigger, you can't lose sight of that as it gets bigger. because as it gets bigger, you know what I mean, more money, more problems. But the thing is, getting on the level playing field of first understand who we trying to do business with and how. And can't put everybody in a situation where you can't get nothing done because there's no trust. And when you don't have no trust, it's hard to do business with anybody that you really can't all out trust. But it's easy for people to take your money. You know, giving money away is never supposed to be the fault of the person who took it. You know, it's like if I give you this money, I'm looking for something in return. At some point, I gave it with the understanding of getting what I'm paying for. Now, sending deposits and uh, seeing, I mean, I just told y'all last week about people sending dogs that don't ever make it to where they're going, and somebody comes down, pick up the dog, but there's somewhere between them picking up the dog and getting to the dog where it's supposed to go, the dog comes up missing. I mean, all kind of craziness. But it's important to get beyond all the craziness. You know what I'm saying? And look at the situation for what it is. And I'm talking about that next step forward. I mean, we're gonna talk about our past, but I'm still being enthusiastic about that next thing moving forward, and how much participation people are willing to give to make that push to where it's a meaningful push in the right direction. You know what I mean? The other thing was the question the other night, you know, about this gameness thing. I think gameness is a born trait. You know, and we have heard many conversations and what makes a dog game when it comes to these American Pit Bull Terriers. But out of all the years of dealing with these pit bulls and basically any dog, I think that attitude, that trait, what we call for the bulldogs gameness, but I'd be looking at our protection dogs, or how game are they, how much they got in them, how much will they take if they getting punched on and, you know, probably getting jerked, it is still gonna be there. You know, that is that gameness that I be looking at, that even human beings have. You know when you get knocked down, keep coming up, and keep don't know what, you know. It's in their heart. It's, you know, it's in them. To me, that's a game, you know, individual. But can that be taught? That's that one element of these dogs that I see people teetering with. And I thought that maybe this would be one of them conversations that where, okay, this is how we look at gameness, but then there's another version of this. This is many yeses that we have. I haven't looked at it, but unless it's 0% in the nose, that means somebody, you know, totally disagrees that gameness is a born trait. So I'm wondering, is it something that you can do, that you can teach a dog to enhance that level of what's inside of them that we call gameness? Now, dealing with dogs, and we deal with, you know, pit bulls a whole lot different than we dealt with the guard dogs. The guard dogs, they have a level of aggression that you build up on. Because with any like guard dog situation, the last thing you want them to do be is shy. And then when we're dealing with already dogs that have this trait, this aggression trait in them, our thing is to be able to control it. And one of the things that you learn in training process of trying to get anything out of any dog, you have to start them young. So it's always about building up the dog's full potential through confidence. Make them confident, first of all, what they're doing. And then when they get beyond that confident, they get serious about what they're doing. But the thing that I've learned about that, because I always felt like the military, the Marines anyway, that's kind of how they was treating us. You know, you coming in, you all new, you green, just coming out of high school, you jumping in here, and then before you know it, you shocked at what you just ran into. And then they beat you up, tear you down, get you to a point to where it is a difference. They're building on your confidence because you're building up your confidence to keep doing what you're doing. But is that something that was born into me? Not to want to quit, because there was a lot of people that quit. There was a lot of people who just couldn't make it. And considering it's the Marine Corps, the smallest branch of the service, I can see why. Because there's a lot of people trying to, take on a task. And I know it was a lot worse from back when we was in there, because back when we was in there, they could put their hands on you. If they do it undercover, it's back to where it's supposed to be, there ain't nobody talking about it. Then, for those who been through the process and was back in the early 70s and 80s, you can imagine what it was a little bit after we left, before, they started changing things. It was detrimental to your health. And I'm taking that same attitude and looking at the dogs. They can't speak. They can't tell you how far they willing to go unless you give them the opportunity. See, that opportunity and that willpower that you can strive on to bring the full potential of that dog to where you know that I can keep doing this and he gonna keep trying and getting better until he get this done. That's the one of, I like it. A good example of that for me is the wall climbing thing. You start them off down here, you get them hyped up, and you just keep going higher and higher. And that's the willpower of a dog. Just, he's got that willpower. Now, does that say he's game as hell? One thing it should tell you, that he game enough to keep doing what he's doing. What more you need to see? That's another level of measuring the gameness, the willingness to keep doing and getting to what you're trying to get at. Trying to get up that wall, to get that thing that went up that wall. That's important, because you get them to get up that wall. Remember that's that training thing. The confident building thing. Those are the processes that you're going through. But if it's not in them to keep doing that, then, that's just another way of saying this one ain't going to make it. And that's every aspect of the game. Now, was it because they couldn't get the training? But you've been doing it long enough. Some of them got it, some of them don't. They all aren't meant to have it. That's why I call it a born trait. Because even through training, some gonna have it and some just not gonna make the team, man. Them all out, you know, give you a chance, but you doing the best you can, but you're not getting the job done type of situation. You have them game ones that just keep trying, knowing all the things that are wrong. That's a game individual because it's definitely in their heart to do it. But he didn't have enough to get by because maybe didn't have no business there. See, that's another way I look at games. Some dogs you can't tell how back in our day you couldn't tell how game they was. Couldn't get nothing to stay there long enough. So every dog just wasn't game. I've seen plenty of just not true. But then that's what it makes it so amazing because when you finally do see one or seen many. And well, you can talk about that because you know what I said about that day anyway. But I'm gonna let Mo talk about that. Give it a little bit more. Check out where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? We still play with this GAMENESS thing, and you notice I don't even mention dead game because dead game for me is just what it says, dead game. And tonight I'm gonna really talk. Mo gonna talk about this dead game. The dead game dog I give all praises to because I had the opportunity to see it for myself. One I was gonna say that I've never seen one. No, I've seen one. Actually, I've seen two. This dog was one of them. The other one, I'm gonna just tell you up front, it was in the Martell radar. I always talk about that because it's just unbelievable. But when you see what it looks like, it's something totally different. And I know you got something that's willing to go as high as he possibly can up a wall or run as fast as he can, running down on the treadmill or struggling to pull that weight. But that gameness is going to give you that thing, man. Don't get away from what it really is. What it really means when you look at these dogs, even on their new tasks, because at some point you're going to have to train them to be the best that they can be. And I say gameness is not taught, which means you have to be willing to put in there first to know what it looks like and what you expect to get out of your animal based on what it looks like. And trust me, it will definitely be a better dog. Not because of what you taught it to do, but you just brought out in it what it was able to do anyway. That's how you see it. You go there to find what you're looking for. As long as he's showing you what you need to see. And I tell you, maybe and that only in the eyes of the beholder, because I look at them totally different when you go to throwing that gameness shit around. I think it's something that you had to see. And once you see it, you know what you're looking for. You know what you expect, and you got to bring it out of them just so you know. And that's what I love about competition. Competition brings the best out of not just the person but the dog, because it's going to be the person who brings the dog to its full capabilities. This is the concept and the way of thinking when it comes to just doing whatever you're doing with your dog. But the relationship between you and the dog is important in that process to even determine what gameness is going to be for that dog. And that's, to me, I didn't even have much to say. I just felt like talking about gameness is one of them conversations. When I put that out there, I knew I had never put a poll that would be so, to me, supposed to be simple, straight to the point, get 100%. Because gameness is always going to be one of them things. It's always going to be questioned. But again, for me, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. And I've seen some that you couldn't, regardless of how hard you try, you just wasn't going to see it. Because the destruction was that evident. You had to get something to be able to at least take something to that point. No. Them the kind that you see just how game your shit is. You know what I'm saying? That was a little bit different because now you be like, well, can't test it on them, but it's on the other, it's on the opponent, and destruction, that's not enough to get them there. And throughout history, we have had those. But somewhere down the line, it wings itself out because sometimes those type of dogs are just special. And when you get special dogs who can produce special dogs, how much is gameness gonna matter if I'm dealing with this special dog who ain't never been could never be game tested? I wouldn't be looking for the gameness part, man. Back in my day, we weren't looking for the gameness part, man. Nah, we look for this destruction. Now, if we get something that can stick with this destruction, then we're gonna take a second look at what's sticking with it. And generally for us, that's the one that didn't make the team, but had it to be there. But we're weighing the situation. We know he can take it because he just took it. But I'm not taking the one who can take it. I'm taking the one who's going to give it. Put somebody else on the other end of what this looks like. Used to Russell, same situation. Think the same thing. I'm not going in here to try to figure out his technical moves. I'm going to stick to what I do best. Regardless of what they do, I'm taking control, and this is how we're going to do this. Is it a trained thing or is it a psychological thing? For me, the dogs, it's in the dogs. If it's born in them, you can get it. Human beings, we all have it, but some just don't know how to bear down and, but as long as you have the understanding, be able to use that information to what you're doing. That's all. Hold on, let me see who out here right quick. I got my man Mo back. He back in the house, y'all. Hold on, let me see here. Dickie, Johnny Rocket here. Aggie. Skip. Big shout out to my man, Mr. Hemi James. What up, fam? Give a big shout out to probably with that Giovanni Bayless. What up, Jay? Probably my nephew. Big shout out to a longtime supporter, the one and only Mr. David Morris in the house. What up, fam? Yo, my man Chico Nicholas representing the D. What up, fam? Big shout out to the Swamp Nest Monster, a.k.a. Mayday. What up, fam? Yo, the insane honey badger's in the house. What up, fam? RBG Lone Wolf, I'll see you, fam. Yo, Pune, what up, fam? Trevor Leahy, what up, fam? Bowen Nim, what up, fam? Hey, appreciate everybody for showing up tonight. Man, take heed to some of the shit we be saying too, because the last couple of weeks, I know some of the conversations, if you stop and look at it, there's something in there. You know, it has its little bits and pieces, but we really be trying to drive home this serious point when it come down to these bulldogs, because y'all see, you know, things are changing, times change. The dogs are still going to be the same. We still have a beautiful community, because I do get around and I see everybody. To me, that's a community. That's a lot of people. If you just was to put everybody together and just said, if you took half of those people to support these channels and you get them all to buy in, remember, just half. And you know, I'm talking about at the least 2,000-3,000. Give me 1,500 people, and we're gonna jump on this bandwagon. We're gonna make this something simple. Let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. Because I know that type of community still exists. I don't, you know, it's just hard to see who's gonna get up and just take this thing by the bull and give people something that's gonna energize you. Now, when you go out there and you feeding your bulldogs, there's an event that you can honestly go out and participate in and feel proud to have one of the first, if not, you know, one of the first to ever be a wall climbing champion, pit bull champion. To where we can put an event together where that's going to really mean something. The treadmill racing, the weight pulling, man, I'm dead serious about when I talk about these things. It's, you know, for me, it's like, it's not impossible, especially in these days and times. I mean, as long as you're breeding for the purpose of whatever you're breeding for, the quality of the dog is still going to be based on what you're trying to do as far as showing your work, your ability to create. You know, you get that part right, we'll take over all this bully shit, all this Frenchy shit. You know, because our community is actually big enough to do that because of the competition. Can you imagine having weight classes for weight pool? Can you imagine what some of them dogs gonna be looking like, especially if you're trying to create something that's gonna be well known, where you create a circuit to where, you know, people will be wanting to be competitive against the best. Only way you're gonna figure that out is you got to have just more events doing that. And for me, I just don't think it takes that much, but half of the community that supports these channels. Make it realistic. That's why, you know, big shout out to South Bottom Kennels out there. That's a big shout out. That, I mean, hey, there's a man right there that you could tell you what you need to do it somewhere in your community. You know, you get enough people to have these things in certain communities. These guys, I really believe these guys will support it. It's easier for you to want people to come to where you at in your state, because that's where it's all going to happen. Because the more people who do it, the more chances they get. Somebody's going to stand out. Somebody's going to create a competition. Somebody's going to create a buzz. And it's been a long time since an American Pit Bull Terrier been looked at like that. But until then, I just throw it out there because it's something that I look to see what happens, and I probably, you know, understand what it takes to get something like that done. I wouldn't spearhead it simply because it's not my lane. I'm just gonna tell you how to do it. You see somebody already out there who has the knowledge to do it. I mean, I wouldn't be, ADBA and some of the other people that have them shows. You can reach out because they do have them, but then, you know, they should be bigger than what they are. That's all. Should be more of us that's a part of that instead of a few of us. Give us something different to talk about. We need to talk about showing about dogs. Until then, we don't keep talking about what's going back here because I know this back here. Been a part of this for years. But again, let me get more on this. Hold on one second. Yeah, he on his way. Yeah, he made it in, y'all. He made it in. But we've been talking about some of the ways some of these dogs was bred. And it was funny because I heard somebody else mention it that back in the day how we had shit in the first and second generation. But I think it would have been them time periods that you could almost see what you know what it was going to look like moving into the future. Because that's kind of how we did it. We looked at it even when we didn't understand it, but then the dog spoke for itself. So imagine when you start understanding it, and then you're looking at it, and you got all that shit right there. And then as you move forward with it, you're looking to have the same results. And as it moves forward over time, you be like, damn. And you notice the same thing that happened back then, you're going to get the same results, they say, in the now. And I kind of believe that only because back then we was the ones who hadn't created a future. To tell you about the past, but then tell you about the future because now I done lived it. And it's fun to understand that. And look how many years it took us to learn that. Mo! It's on you, bro. Get over here and check out this poll right quick. He always doing something. He come in and let... No, we quit getting on him, man. Who else I got out here? What up? Okay, Giovanni. I should have known that was you, man. No, it's your son. Rishi boy. Rishi boy. He said he'd be down here. SFK Fred. What up, man? I see you, Pyrex. Big shout out to my man, Derek Lockett. What up, man? Here you go, man. What we talking about tonight, y'all? Yeah, I got this already set up, so you can start off with. I'm talking about. To me, that's a game dog. Here you go. Oh, you don't need this. Just go for it. Let me get this pour out the way right quick.
What up, y'all? What's up? Happy birthday to my son. I see you out there, boy. Happy birthday. So what's been up, man? What up, Mike? I made it.
Okay. Poll question was games. Supposed to be GAMENESS in the American Pit Bull Terrier is a trait. GAMENESS in the American Pit Bull Terrier is a trait. Yes or no? I have 85% that says yes, 15% says no, and that's 53 voters.
Mm. I'm still tripping on the 15%. I mean, it's a trait. It is a trait, y'all. Just like hard mouth, just like, colors, just like behavior. Everything, when you dealing with puppies, you got a whole bunch of things going on in those puppies. There's only certain ones going to have those certain things based on traits. They all may have those traits, but are those traits dominant traits like there are in the other pups? Because you can have a cold bitch over there and got a brother over here smashing everything. You know what I'm saying? You would be a fool not to go check that coat. Because she may have the same genetics and the traits. She may be able to throw what he is. The male's a little different. You give me a cold male, I might have to do that if you got a brother that's bad as shit. I'm not going to just do it because what? Okay? Because he bred like this, that is not good enough for me. He better be off of Mayday, and I'm not going to be too thrilled dealing with a cold male off of Mayday anyway. Because they don't come that way. But little Mayday had a son. Only 2 puppies, female and a male. Female was all right. The male, he was cold. Little Mayday's son was cold as hell. But ask Gainesville about them traits. Them traits come up. The only thing in the line that was cold. The only damn dog in the line outside his daughter. Daughter cold as shit. Chocolate just like her daddy. Throw hot shit. Throw game shit. Yeah. So it's a trait. It is definitely a trait. It can be dominant or it can be silent. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather see it silent on the outside, and then throwing me what's inside, and on the inside, you cold as hell, trait, standing all out there, but you throwing fire, because she's got that trait. It might not be in her to be that, but that trait, she's passing. Passing that trait. Look at Awesome Baby. Cold as shit. Look at Dolly. Ain't nobody gonna tell me Dolly done did 20. Ain't no way. I seen her. Don't even look like she ever been bumped. Okay? She had 3 champions in her litter. Okay? And some winners. So, yeah, it's a trait. It's like gambling. You take the gamble and just hope for the best. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, did everybody, when y'all got on the bus today, did y'all bring your dogs? Because I know Mike didn't just speak up on it. I'm just trying to make sure. Because I need to start getting y'all to bring y'all dogs with me. So we can get a better understanding when we talk like this. Because we need to really make sure. See, when I don't just take y'all, throw y'all on the bus with y'all dogs looking at each other. Y'all driving over on down in the lanes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bus loud as hell. We smoking, heading down that way. Then as soon as we get pulled in, niggas jumping up in there hollering, get off my bus, get off my bus, get on the yellow footprints. Get your dog and get on my yellow footprints. Let all your asses know where y'all at. This is where y'all at. You know what I'm saying? Then we get ready to come back home. Don't leave your dogs here. Take them with you. You know, you get rid of them with you at home. Don't leave them here. Okay? Because you don't want to leave them here. But that's the whole purpose, y'all. Y'all need to be sure that when y'all come, y'all get on the bus, we get out there, and you can just take your imagination and just understand what I'm saying. Just understand the in-depthness of what I'm saying. Okay? So when we start talking about that real, like we talking about this gameness, you know, some of y'all is feeding some shit that you'll never know. Some of y'all is in your damn it matter. You know what I'm saying? But just get on the bus. Get on the bus. It's okay. Just get on the bus and just take your imagination and let it roll. And just look at that motherfucker. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Knowing damn well, you know, you see what I'm saying. That's why you need to let that imagination go. Some of y'all be looking at that shit like, damn, how much that dog food cost? Twin always talk about that damn chain space costs money. This motherfucker sitting over here, every time I walk up on him, he cool down and shit. I walk a dog down through here, he wants to go in the house. I come out, he wants to play. You know what I'm saying? Them the ones you need to be bringing on the bus. Anything you question, put him on the bus. Come on out here with me. We gonna talk about it. Just can't leave him here when you go home, okay? I just don't want you to leave your shit here. You know, it's called common courtesy. Unless I offer to leave it here, I'll take care for you. Take your shit home. But yeah, y'all, just kicking it up on that one. Cause you know, I just feel like, you know, I'm starting to get bored. You know what I mean? We need to crank this shit up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I get easily bored. You know, cause we gotta get, you know, I don't feel like I'm bulldogging. You know, where is the bulldoggers at? You know? So maybe it's because Mike ain't got everybody lined up to get on the bus. We need to get on the bus and get back out there. Get on back out here where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And make the best of it. So you got to take your shit. You know we need our breaking sticks because we do have accidents. We do have accidents. And see, when you back here where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Then you will see where I'm at. The perception of what's going on back here is not going to be the same perception that you're going to see up here where y'all at. Because, see, back here where we at, treadmill was like having a crack pipe. You know what I'm saying? To have a treadmill was like having a crack pipe. You know what I'm saying? So, see the difference? See, back then, you know, I think we always had those, you know, those guys who was in the classroom, but then, you know, that little dunce hat that you put on the dummy in the house, in the classroom, you know, they put that little cone on their head. You know, I think the game always had them tight. They always had them tight. So, you know, we ain't gonna just sit there and say, you know, we didn't have cone heads back then in our time either. You know, made it a point to always be there so they can get all the news. So they could feel like they was somebody. You know what I'm saying? When it come to talking, because he been there. You know? That's the ones that you see in your classroom. He's part of the class. You're gonna see him every day, every time you're doing something. But you're gonna always see that cone on his head. That's a reminder. See, for us real peoples, we make sure that cone don't never come off his head. So you take that cone off, you're gonna be acting like he us, and he can't be us. So you gotta make sure you keep his cone on his head. Don't come down through here. Where your cone at? Where your cone at, boy? You gotta put that thing on your damn head and sit down. You know what I'm saying? Wait till we leave the room. Because he's still part of the classroom. So you got to understand that. Back here in my time, that's this whole concept of the show. All y'all in here, all y'all viewers, know that when you get on this bus and we get back out here and get on them yellow footprints, don't take it personal. Don't take it to heart. Let your imagination flow, and if it's stinging you in a certain type of way, it's okay. You're not used to that. If you're not used to it, don't worry, get over it, because it's going to be okay. Get used to it, because back in these times here, this is how we roll. You know what I'm saying? Not there to put none of y'all down about what y'all thinking, but y'all remember where the hell y'all at. You know what I'm saying? I might say something about your line, and all of a sudden you want to get mad, or twin a Mayday dog. I'm an all-man dog. I know just how I know these damn dogs. So you can't never stick me to a line when I know them all. You know what I'm saying? So, but where we at? Look where we at. We ain't up here playing with y'all. We back here, y'all playing back here with me. Okay, so y'all remember that. I'm taking shit so like I'm throwing blowovers all the way up here. No, you on my trip. So you understand this is how shit roll over here on my trip. When you get back off the bus and back over there on your side of the world, you ain't got to worry about people like me. You know what I'm saying? I hope the fun you get enjoyment and entertainment out of it. You know, and if it stung a little bit, laugh it off. Because the show wasn't meant for you. It might have been in your zone because you might be messing with a line of dogs, you know, or you might be got some of that shit that, you know, the twin said this shit was, oh, but damn. Twin don't know the head talking about. Man, you on my bus. You would say shit like that, go get that cone and get in the corner. Cause you know what I'm saying? Real gonna recognize real when you say shit like that about me. And everybody in the room gonna look at you pointing to the cone. Everybody goes right there, pointing to the corner with the cone. Put that cone on your head and sit in the corner. Because I know damn well you ain't saying that shit around here. Okay? But y'all need to, come on, man. We need to start having some fun doing this. You know what I'm saying? Really. We need to really start having some fun doing this. So, let's go. We've been talking about the GAMENESS. Yes, we have. And I know Mike made a little comment about the games. You know, I was right there with him when it come down to the two GAMENESS dogs I've ever seen. Now, I got to give Psycho his props. You know, but he ain't dead game. I could call him dead game because when I got home, he jumped out and ran after that cat. And, you know, all you seen was dust kicking up. It wasn't him catching the cat. It was death catching him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yes, sir. Got him all the way home. Long ride. Get all the way home. Thinking he's still laying there tired, damaged. He jumped right out of there and took off after the cat. Didn't even make it 50 yards. I got to give him his GAMENESS. Because, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see some game ones. Now, competition-wise, I would have to say I've seen GAMENESS. But I've seen two game dogs that wasn't game in the manner of competition. I mean, just two good dogs that just was this game to the core with all their adversities. One was a triple bred Jeep bitch, Goldie, and the Growing Hard Foundation bitch, Amber. Now, they was two of the GAMENESS dogs that I've ever had on my yard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all the way down to after you put no bullet in nothing in their head when they got so messed up. You know, when I say messed up, You know, Amber had cancer. The whole side of her body, from the side of her neck, down her leg, down her side, on her back leg, the whole, like half her body, like somebody took an air pump. I mean, that's how bad it was. It was like, oh shit. Can't even walk with the shit, dragging the shit like Igor. But guess what? That old Igor bulldog, Igor her ass crossed there. I wouldn't give a damn what you put over there. She going. Gamest dog I ever seen. I mean, I'm telling you, the day she died, there was tears in the house. You know, those guys went home and came back and was like, man, I'm out of dogs, man. Why you out of dogs, man? Because I ain't got nothing on my yard like her. I'm going to start feeding shit. I'm feeding shit like her. I got that spread all that shit, bro. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all, can y'all hear me? Because Mike is hollering, speak up. I know, you know, I start getting excited. Then he going to be like, yeah, I'm cracking the mic and you know what I'm saying? So y'all let him know that when I get down into my cool mo mood, when I'm talking like this, you know, I'm letting y'all know, you know, this is my little smooth emphasis of what I'm trying to say to y'all, man, that y'all can hear me. You know, he be wanting me to make sure that y'all can hear that slick shit I'm sliding in there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to scream it. Y'all can hear it. You know, and I'm talking slick. You know what I'm saying? That's that Momo. It's called Momo. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's get to the business. Here is what I give her my number one pick. Yeah, I would have to say I had to give her my number one pick. Because Radar and Martell, I would have to call them both great dogs. But this bitch here, this female right here, is what I call game. You need to help me out here, Mike Quick. See, you should have got me in. I paid online so I could have got Red Ace up here, man.
You doing this because I just got that there. Okay. Hit play.
See, why is you over here engineering, man?
No, you can do it when you're ready. I just showed you.
Okay. I was saying, I was trying
to.
No,
you got it.
I'm trying to get them pairs online right here, man. That's what I'm trying to do. Hold on. There you go. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to do something right quick. So I can't. Okay. I see old Bandino. Who put this up here? You did, Mike. Hold on, y'all. Okay, where was I? Right. Yeah. Tommy Boy, but they call her name is Tomboy. You know what I mean? And just check out her breeding. Look how she's bred. This is right. Don't look like it's froze. Oh, oh.
Look like it froze.
Yep. Yeah, it's froze.
Hold on, y'all. Take care of that.
Oh, look at there. Oh, okay. I'm back, y'all. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm back. Let's start over right here. All right, y'all. Okay, y'all. There she goes. Right? That's how she's bred. Let's take a look at that pedigree. Can't say she wasn't bred nice. That's when you feeding bulldogs. Come a day, bulldogs got to see bulldogs. She was a 4-time winner. You did never see 25 minutes. That's right. Never seen 25 minutes. Nice looking chip. 42 though. She ain't no little dog now. That's a 42-pound bulldog. Check it out. Who was that? John Jones. What's his name? Yeah, John Jones. Yeah, he sent this to me.
This is yet another animal from the Sporting Dog Journal cover series. Caribbean Kennels, Grand Champion, Tomboy. Tom would grace TJ cover of the May-June 1997 issue of the Sporting Dog Journal. Tomboy was one of, if not the, first dog to make the cover of the SDJ from the Caribbean islands. Tomboy was sired by Garrett's Harley, a double-bred son of Champion Jeep. Harley's dam was Garrett's Raquel. Raquel is a sister to WCC's Rocky Register of Merit, Garrett's Shorty Register of Merit, and Garrett's Bridget Producer of Record. Tomboy's dam was the outstanding female Tristan's champion, Game Jane P.O.R. Game. Jane was a double-bred daughter of Garner's champion Chinaman, with a quarter of midnight cowboy blood through Brewer's cowgirl. Unfortunately, Tomboy would pass away after her last match with Going Hard's Red Ace.
See that, guys? That's Tomboy. Tomboy was a bulldog. She was a real bulldog. I mean, with all else. I mean, what this dog did to her? Yeah. First time out. First time out going into a 4-time winner. You know, you don't hear too much about Tomboy because in Puerto Rico, I'm pretty sure a lot of the guys were saying, you know, that she did one grand champion stand as a grand champion. That she deserved. That she deserved. Because her gameness was tested. Her gameness was tested. But here's the thing. Everybody will sit there and say that she got killed by a rough ass cur. Was I caught red as a cur that night? What do you call a dog that don't want to do nothing? You know, we didn't go over there on them attentions. You just went over there and left most of the dog at home and dealt with what we had while we was there. But she came in, this one right here, she came in like she came to win. And she did. But she won by the gamest that most dogs would have been quick. There's no way no other dog I've seen in my time make a scratch that she made. Her scratch, to me, gives me all the respect and the pleasure and privilege to call her grand champion Tomboy. The only bad thing about it that I got out of it was if I'd have bought the bulldog that I left with, there's no doubt the Tomboy would have scratched. No doubt. The thing is, she wouldn't have had to scratch. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Because she ran up on a bulldog that wasn't even trying to be a bulldog that night, but was left with no other choice but to be the dog that I knew what she had in her. She just didn't want to do it. But when Tommy made her do it, she paid for it. She at least gave everybody the reason to know why we were over there. Going into this full-time winner who never been past 25 minutes. They found out real fast when she kicked in. Because what Red Ace did to her, took her 5 minutes to do. 5 minutes. But I give her credit and I respect that bulldog because of her scratch. She had two flat tires, and them flat tires is in her back end. Yet she still made it across there under 10 seconds. I mean, to me, she fell her way over there. You know how y'all be seeing them dogs? They be in them little wheelchairs with their asses sitting in the wheelchair and the dog still be running because their asses sitting in the wheelchair because they're like paralyzed in the back. Well, imagine a bulldog doing that without the wheelchair. Without the wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? Making it over there in under 10 seconds. Falling, flopping, rolling, trying to get back up in pain, got to be. Because I know that got to be hurting. She ain't got no action going on in the back. But she got over there. And she took her head and made a grand champion move to win her grand championship. So all due respect to Tomboy. And you see it in her breathing. You sure do. You see it in her breathing. So, to me, that's the game of scratch I've ever seen. That's the game of scratch I've ever seen. Was she a bad dog? Yes, she was a bad dog. But 25% of this dog killed her. Just 25% of this dog right here killed her. Yeah, you see that power. Y'all see that power? Yeah, that's the mother of the champion Brat and champion Lil Mayday. And all that other badass shit that came down off of those dogs. That trait. that trait. You know what I'm saying? Damn near almost at least 85 to 90% of the going hard dogs had her in them. Because then a lot of them go 30 minutes. They didn't have to. They didn't have to. You really don't find those type of dogs. You know, we just stumbled up on this one. But believe me, y'all, when I tell you, she was Queen of Heart and Pandy all in one. Why you think I went way to Puerto Rico to go into a full-time winter? It ain't been past 25 minutes. And no, the reason why I'm going over there is because she did that to everybody, but she ain't going to do it to her. 25% of red ace is what put her down. The other 75, we lost it on the ride and the plane. And she was forced to give up that 25% just to show her. Because that's all it took. All she wanted to do was show her. I'm going to let you kill me now. I'm going to let you kill me. I'll mess around here and kill you. And that's exactly what she did. And she was done. Real fast. I said 5 minutes, y'all. When I told her, if you don't like what she's doing, get her out of there. One shot across that nostril. You ever seen the picture? You would have seen what I was talking about. One shot. And then from there to the back door. In 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. Red Ace is lifting her head up. Standing there looking at everybody. Looking around. And Tommy was laying there. Broke up. Wasn't ready for that one. Now, you know, if we sitting up there doing an auto hold count, and Red Ace was looking at me and everybody else, what is Tommy doing? Anybody ever thought about that part? Down dog scratch. What can Tommy be doing for those 10 seconds that this referee's talking about out of hope? Anybody think about that? But got her back in that corner. Got her on her feet. And all she had was 2 front feet. And she made the scratch of the history that made her a grand champion. So shout out to that cover dog. Does she have a right to be there? Yes, she does. Gameness is what put her there. To me. That's why I give her all my respect. Because what she got in them 5 minutes and what she was able to do, she definitely got the respect and she definitely deserved to be a grand champion. You know what I'm saying, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Break time, break time, break time. No sound. Hey, yo. Break time. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Okay, they hear me? Okay. All right, fellas. Just want to see where y'all let me out at. Okay. Hey, where did I leave off at, fellas? Somebody help me out. Where did I leave off at? What part was that? So I can make sure that y'all pick it up. I need some help. Okay. See, I ain't got my stuff up, man. I can't see nothing. Mike and left the room. What do you say? Okay, fellas. All right. My next move was, my next move was I was gonna ask you guys, somebody else, anybody got one they want to throw up here? Yeah, anybody got one they need to throw up here? Let's just talk about it. But yeah, I was talking about her pedigree. I was definitely into her pedigree. And before we got clicked off, I was up in that pedigree, and I was talking about Game Jane. Yeah, I met what's his name, Trenani. Hey, met him when I was over there. Yeah, old Caribbean Kennel, he was hurt that night. Probably the only dog he had. Garner's Game Jane. That's a nice bred dog, though. Little chick, little bit. She jabbed me though, Mike. You gotta check out the little one. Little sis, mom and them rocking it though. We back. Let's try this again. Man, don't be telling me about the nah when it ain't me, man. Now you know I ain't rushed back there.
When you go across this
man, look, when I do this right here, there's no way I'm touching that. See, now, if it freeze, no, I did not touch it. Okay?
Yeah.
Look, why not moving yet?
You are because you got that dog on the screen. You got the camera?
I'm talking about you.
I ain't worried about this.
Okay, you're gonna catch up.
You should be on now.
I mean, why did you do that? It left the thing up there.
You want this back?
No, never mind now.
There you go.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's see. What's going on? All right, I'm back, y'all. Let's see. Where do we leave off at, man?
Just going into her.
Yeah, we was checking out Tommy's stuff, her pedigree. Remember, we was on Game Jane. See, when y'all look at these pedigrees now, in y'all generations, these dogs is back there in the back, you know. But you can't tell me this bitch wasn't bred good. You know, that's when that gardener stuff was gardener stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, it wasn't going far. It all started getting knocked off down in them later days. They was still throwing good dogs, especially this little female here, Game Jane. That wasn't the only good one. Hardy was a good dog though. It just clicked. I'm surprised a lot of guys didn't start breeding they garner stuff to that damn Jeep stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tell me how many garner Jeep dogs y'all see running around. Huh? Yeah, they go Gene's wild thing. The Barico boys, Snake, okay. But I can guarantee you, see there go, you see Wild Thing? Yeah, he took one. You know, I'm gonna tell you when these dogs lose. Let me tell you how they lose. They lose through roughness. Now you will look at this shit and think this shit is rough, but it's not rough. It's pretty rough for the average. But I'm telling you, this dog lost. This dog lost to a rough ass dog. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. I mean, only 1,260 look at. That's because ain't nobody looking at it. I mean, this is Game Jam and this is Wild Thing. Look how he bred though. Y'all see that? Y'all see how that dog is bred? Got to be Puerto Rican. Let's see. I had a chance to buy a pup off a Grand Champion Saloon. We met a buddy at a truck stop. I failed to pull the trigger because at the time I didn't know what a Grand Champion was. That's little Chico. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I can guarantee you that he was definitely game. They had a little ability, but you know, back then you couldn't really have, you know, there was a whole lot of great bred dogs running around. And you know, when competition is thick, you're gonna run into these little things here, you know. You probably lost going for number 4. Look at what's the name here? We got one here. Off of Game Jane. Schoolboy shit. Look at Schoolboy. Off of Red. 4-time winner. Nah. You know, this right here tells me, and I don't know how to take it. I really don't know how to take it. You know, when them Shinobiacs. Oh, Lord. Do we need to just go ahead and move on? That Johnson has sold this dog. The new owner. As the ghost. He's a ghost. I'm gonna have to check with Schoolboy on this one, y'all. Yeah, they can't be dishonoring my man like that. No. You know, I can't hang around there on this one. This Skanoviak dude. Them, yeah, They ain't real. Anytime you see that right there, you always notice on the great dogs. This one right here, you know, they always be acting like they got the sperm, but they say Johnson sold the dog, Big Mama, the new owner. Man, you look at these dudes right here, if these dudes was really real, they got the best dogs in the world. And y'all know what I'm talking about. But these guys was for real. And I ain't never heard nothing less than they was ghosts. But if these guys right here was really real. And they really had the dogs they got. They had some of the best dogs in the world. They ain't nobody got a yard better than them. I'm trying to tell you. Ain't nobody gonna have a yard better than these dudes. They got everything. They down there call try to tell you they got Jeep. You know, but this one right here, I don't know. I just can't ride with this one. You know, I can't even believe, I don't even think the dog is real. I can't take it away from schoolboy, but nah, can't do it. And we got a couple of them down in here. China Dow. Let's see if she in Skanobi. That's off of schoolboy though. Yeah, let's get back. Let's stick around this one here. That dog litter mate. Yeah. Nice looking build. Nice looking jip. Well, there again. Let's go check. Let's see if he's in Skanobi. Is this dog with him? No, wasn't him. No, was it him? Okay, yeah, he's legit. Nope, we don't see the all around material. We'll probably hear that story. Hey, you do. Here go another one. There go that Skanobi. Johnson sold his yard. Let me ask schoolboy if he's even alive. Is Mr. Johnson alive, schoolboy? Because I need to know. He's the new owner, and this dog frozen semen is kept in a sperm bank. Oh, big red. I wouldn't want to be no all when I'm coming off of these Skanobi dogs though. You know what I'm saying? Those who know, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Kenobi think, yeah, whatever his name is the king of cap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, we can't hang on them, and then we don't know. You know, it just gives the dog, it gives the, you know, these dogs deserve better than to have this fraud running around. Right, we know this one. She was here. So Rosario, they had the Gator Ridge. You know he gonna have this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, Raging Bull had one. He had two of them. Not a bad bred dog itself, yeah. Tomboy sister. It's funny, this show ain't got many pups. But yeah. Yeah. Well, that was Blackjack. One winner, one game loser. Lost her first very game to a champion. Little made to Wild Thing. Lori produced two champions and a two-time winner. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Don't tell me he brought the dog. Oh no, he did. He way over there getting shit. You see what I'm saying, man? Oh man, why y'all just come on now. You see what I'm saying, y'all? Oh, no Viat. He just go there, don't he? He just sits. I bet you this dude just sit at home, go on Pairs Online, put him some shit together, mess up your pedigree. I'm so happy he ain't got some what they call some eggs off the brat. I have eggs off Champion the Brat. I got Mayday in the sperm bank. You know, you just can't. You just got here, man. It just every time I run into it, it just seems like I'd be like, man, if I was y'all, man, I would be pissed at this dude, man. But then you know, this makes you think, you know, this dude making y'all part of the conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Make me want to go to a whole other pedigree. All this shit this dude got over there, where he at? Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. We know one he didn't get. He didn't get this one. That's right. I got to keep her up here, y'all. She's going to definitely be my dog tonight. Olay said, let's go locate this. Man, look here, man. We might have to find him over there in Ukraine. You know, he might be over there in Ukraine with Russia. You know what I'm saying? He need a yard. All them dogs he claimed he got. He probably over there in Russia, man. Trying to apply him a little spot over there in Ukraine. You know? He need a new yard. He's getting too many dogs. Oh, Lord. Come on, man. We need some more work. That's the kind of shady shit that I be on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that you know, when you see that one, you just take that one right there, just go there, stick him in the corner, and put the cone on him. I mean, if y'all mess around with the dogs on Pairs Online and you see this dude, you got to admit, he got the greatest yard in the world. Because he got everybody. He got everybody. I don't even think he feed nothing but champions and guard champions and registered marriage. The man don't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen one dud on that man yard. Every one of his dogs is champions, grand champions, or some type of registered marriage with some kind of great pedigree. I'm like my man Larry said, somebody need to go find it. But I'm telling you, man, the only way we're gonna do that, man, is get on them boots. You know what I'm saying? And go over there on the line, be out there on the border of Russia and Ukraine and be hollering for him. You might catch him out there. Somebody might put you in that direction. Who was one of them dudes that had one of them dudes went and bought a grand champion, I think it was, had a grand champion. I think it was a female. And the war came through and shot up his whole, you know, you'd be at war and shit, and one of them old Russian areas, I guess. Yeah. Wartime, went up there and shot all his dogs and his grand champion. He had bought her from the States. But I think it was a female. I know somebody out there gonna give me the scoop. They know what I'm talking about. Somebody out there gonna tell me twin. It was, I think it was a grand champion though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, got killed during the war. You know, that would have been mad too. I'd have my boots on. I ain't trying to go out here and kill nobody, but that motherfucker shot my dog. I'm going to war. I'm trying to find that dude who shot my dog. I ain't trying to get no land. I ain't trying to fight for no country. I ain't trying to shoot nobody. I got this one person I need to go kill. I know who shot my dogs. Be like one of them movies y'all be seeing up there on free TV. Freebie. Is that what they got? Freebie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ever check out the movies? I mean, they go high, far in water to go get their man. You know, on them kind of channels, you know, they be out there. They'll crowd to the mountain. Make it look good. You gotta go get him. I'm not gonna let this go until I get this dude. I'm going hell through high water, and they go a whole hour and 30 minutes of that movie. There he is. Oh, there he is. You know, and if it's one of them kind, we gotta fight. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me I spent a whole hour and a half watching you get there. Then when you get there, you know, you get beat up. You get beat up. So now they got 15 minutes left in the movie. So somewhere in here, you got to heal up real quick. Or you going to do some little crazy thing like they do in wrestling. You know, go get that touch like you didn't came from the gods. And then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? You know, he gets lucky. With all that ass whooping you took, dude, why'd you wait so long? You done got beat up, and that's all it took for you to finish him? You know what I'm saying? Bro, why'd you jump out there and do that from the giddy up? I be watching those shows, man. I literally watch them to get a kick out of it. Yeah, you ever sit there with a blunt and go on 3B and just sit there and watch the movies? You know, I'm trying to tell you. I don't know. They must be in some zombie phase right now, y'all. Because, I mean, our society must be really heading out there to the left. Because why they got so many zombies, man? Everybody eating people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never got into no eating people movie. I mean, you run around, you know, Lord knows that they get a disease around here where people start running around here jumping on you, eating you and shit. Huh? Hey, I'm gonna be like fight or flight. I ain't gonna lie to you, fellas. I ain't showing no mercy. None. I know I wouldn't survive in that movie because they don't get tired when they chasing you. You notice those some bitches don't be tired, man. they will run the highway. You running down the highway, and you and your wife trying to save yourself. I mean, y'all fine. You can't never stop. Don't ever stop. Cause best believe they still on your ass. They still running. That was one thing about them zombies. I ain't never seen a zombie get tired. Anybody ever seen a zombie get tired? No. I seen them chase him through the whole movie. This one zombie in one of these shows, I mean, this was a smart zombie. You know, they made this one a smart zombie. But for some odd reason, you know, it was something about that person that zombie was just not going to let it go. He was not let it go. I mean, he got ran over. Poof. You know what I'm saying? He got ran over. Oh, no, that was not it. That was not it. He was a bulldog. He was a bulldog. He got up. No. Chased them people through the whole movie. He was smart, too. They thought they would get away. I don't know what it was. He must have had some good... You know what I'm saying? But he was definitely on that ass. He was definitely going to eat that guy. He just wanted to bite him. You know, he was just... Yeah, he was game. He was one of them bulldog zombies. What you got, Mike?
GAMENESS in American Pit Bull Terrier is a trait. We have 91 voters. 80% said yes, 20% said no.
We can get it. It's 11 o'clock. Okay. Well, I'm trying to get some input before I go because I don't see nobody saying that. Shout out to Champion Bagman. He was a real good one. Just needed a real man behind it. Okay. Let's see. Talk Shit Tuesday and y'all twins be way better if y'all didn't cut out and kept it going in a different country. I don't understand what you're saying there, Eduardo. Oh, man. Eduardo. Well, I got to cut out and go to another country, though, man. First of all, I don't even talk your language. You know what I'm saying? Cuz I go to your country, wherever the hell you from. Oh, Tony. Google what that? Or you Louis B. Lane? I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It done occurred in my bone. I don't play no more because I'm old. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Cur. See, you got to take that cur out your sentence, man. You know, I'm going to take that cur like, okay, now hold on. Far better. Well, guess what? I mean, when you say far better, you know, is you grading me? And if you trying to grade me and with that cur in there with the far better, I'm looking at you like, and I sure wouldn't want you to be my judge because what do I call you if I could be better than what are you? Let's have that conversation. Oh, did you hear me, Eduardo? I'll be sitting here watching. I'm going to wait on that answer. Okay? So now, we didn't just say what you had to say. Now I'm saying to you. I gave you your response. Now you give me yours. Okay? Wherever country you're from. You know what I'm saying? You could be far better, and maybe you can even get to this point where you was thinking I could be better, and you're nowhere close to me. So let's help your situation, man, and try to get you up here. Since I'm the cur, let's see if you game enough to even get this far. How about that? You think you can work with that? You think you can work with that? Okay, we can bounce shit back and forth. Okay, your turn. All right, Eduardo, go ahead, man. Put the paddles down. I'm not ping-ponging tonight, cuz. Talk to you Tuesday. You're right. But I am not ping-ponging with you, man. I'm not messing with you. Much love, baby boy. Let me see. Who we got up? Who we got? He said, what made the Mayday dog so popular? The wins. Basically, the wins. That's what it was, fellas. It wasn't nothing but the wins. You was to sit down and start counting grand champions and champions, you would probably get a number that you would not believe. If we was even talking in just the numbers of dogs that got Mayday, you know, in them, the line, you know, just look at the dogs that just actually came off the dog. You know what I mean? I told you, I counted 15 before he left. Damn near 15 champions and almost grand champions before he left. Now imagine whatever happened once he got to Ecuador, he definitely kicked out another 10, 20 of them over there. That's what made him popular. You know, the people who had him. You know, what better way and how lucky can you be when you got the Latinos and the brothers running around here with Mayday dogs? That's how it started. That's exactly how it started. Because I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you this. Somebody name one white guy who has a son off of Mayday that's a champion. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm just saying. But I can honestly say, I know a guy that's got one off of Luke Kane, a female, right now. Yeah, I think he got maybe 2 dogs. But I know for sure he's got a female off of Luke Kane. He went and bought a female off, came off the straw. He got him a Luke Kane female. But I'm talking about what made Mayday famous. What made Mayday famous was, like I said, the same thing that damn near what made Stone Cities famous. Same thing that made hardcore famous. You know what I'm saying? Same thing that made Chico Lopez famous. Same thing that made Evolution and them famous. You know? That clique of Mayday Stone City. You know what I'm saying? Kind of, to me, elevated both the Kennels. Yeah, Southern Kennels was just, you know, to be honest, you know, Mayday was, he was that yellow. I mean, it proves in itself. Like I said, ain't nobody been able to pull off a grand champion, grand champion, grand champion, grand champion. And then when you go look at the pedigree, you're going to see registered mayor, registered mayor, registered mayor, registered mayor. You might see 4 or 5 of them. Whole generations. Got a whole pedigree, nothing but that. You know, those are called record breakers. Those are called history makers. I mean, that's what made Mayday famous. You know, you might want to sit back and hate on it, but you can't change the fact of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just because you ain't got it, don't make it sorry. Whatever, when you feel like that, just know it's better than your shit. And that's just keeping it real. Is that why you hating on it? Because you know it's better than your shit. Why would you hate on something that you know you ain't got that's better than that? Because there wasn't nothing out there better than that. For all the guys who was out there winning with it that made that shit work, by winning with it, we have a right to say that to you people. Because we ain't trying to hate on your yard. We ain't trying to hate on your dogs. But don't hate on those Mayday dogs. I'm going to tell you, if you ain't got one, no need to hate, because I know you ain't got nothing better than that. And I'm one of them ones that had a couple of them. And I'm one of them ones that, fell in that category what made Mayday famous. I can say that. Don't take it personal. Just take it as what it is, the truth. That's all.
They wouldn't have got famous without the people.
They wouldn't have got Mayday wouldn't have never got famous without the people who had their hands on them that was doing something with them. That's just the bottom line, guys. Mayday got famous off of his sons, his daughters. Then the dogs that came down off of that, back to Mayday. Brat to May 2. Madame to Graveyard. Son of Mayday. Making a 7-time winner. You know what I'm saying? That's what made Mayday famous. Last time we seen some shit like that was when Jeep was around. We gotta give Frisco his. We gotta give Frisco his. But if you ask me, I like Chinaman over Frisco. Because Chinaman didn't have to leave the country to make the dogs he made. I'm just saying. Number two. Here's number two. When the brothers in the Kennels and the Mexicanos start getting their hands on that garden stuff, it made Tom famous. I mean, Tom has been able to surpass time and make good dogs. And in his surpassing of time, he recreated a bunch of damn line of great dogs. I would say I give Tom the standards that I couldn't give Victor. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Tom gonna ever see a dog greater than Mayday. He can send shit all over the world. That's not gonna happen. But I can say that Tom, when it comes to these bulldogs, is greater than Southern Kennels. You know what I'm saying? Not hating on either one of them. I'm just saying, I would put Mayday over any one of Tom's dogs. But I would put Tom over Southern Kennels, over Victor. Because what Tom has been doing, he's been doing for a very long time. What Tom has been doing, he didn't take just the one dog like Mayday and run with it. He definitely had the Frisco stuff, and he definitely was running with it. But he also had Spike. You know what I'm saying? He also had that tenacity to know exactly what people wanted. Because you don't understand what I'm saying. I can guarantee you can go to Tom's house on the weekend, and when you get there, you make sure you get there with maybe $1,500. You can walk out there with a dog. Don't think I'm trying to tell you, yes, you can. But you might have to stand in line. Tom has a lot of people buying his shit. It's not like you need the money. Man, always been rich. But he makes money selling those dogs. Y'all know what I'm saying. This is when it's time. It's been rough for me, y'all. These people have been trying to put me back in the hospital. And I've been ducking the phone calls. Anytime I see VA on the phone, I don't want to answer it because it's probably my doctor asking me why I'm not in the hospital. Because I didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be in here all night. I'm going to check the phones, make sure we're all good. I see everybody starting to fall in. The numbers on the views just start flying up.
Somebody got a question. Watson Kennels said, historically speaking, what traits do they have?
Historically speaking, they have Grand Champion Yellow traits. They have Champion Yellow John traits. They have Grand Champion Buck traits. They have Red Boy traits. That's all he is. If you was to really run it, check it out. See, for many, many years, it was Jeep and Yellow. Them two. Now, somewhere along the line, Frisco creeped up into the game, you know, but then it went from Jeep, Yellow, Grand Champion Buck. Jeep, Yellow, Grand Champion Buck. That's right. And then you had Honey Bunch and Awesome Baby. Now, this is during the era that these dogs were famous. We ain't talking about the now. We talking about back then. This is what the registered merit list looked like for over 15 years. Yeah. And the reason why they started putting an asterisk there on Frisco, why was it such a fuss on Frisco? There's no other dog up there on that ROM list that has more controversy in his position on that list than Frisco. We ain't talking about your new guys that don't know. We talking about us old guys that do know. You know what I'm saying? He's the only dog up there. And, you know, he gets a lot of respect now from me. But he was the only dog up there that had more champions winning over there somewhere else like Chico Lopez and not doing it over here. You know, somewhere in that process, you know, which did create a problem. It did create a problem. Why do you think they went to the asterisks on overseas dogs? What no other dog that they was crying about but Frisco. Okay, because you know when it's going down here, we know what's going on over there. It's so easy to come back with a line that we don't know. I mean, who's the greatest maneuver of that move? Tom Gardner. Who's the second best? Chico Lopez. What they have in common? They kept taking this shit over there, everywhere else, and keep seeing all this shit coming back. But you know, we don't know none of these people. We don't talk their language. We don't have an idea what they going into. We don't have no idea what they even doing. All we hearing is, all you know, these are great breeding kennels. Chico, Tom Gardner. What do they all have in common? They sell dogs. It's easier to sell dogs over there or even put them over there and come back and make him a champion. He's probably sitting in there over there in Czechoslovakia as a house dog. How we know? What do we have to go on when we getting information from overseas? Yet we ain't never seen nobody jump on one of these shows and talk about anything about any one of Frisco's dogs overseas that they literally seen go. Not to the point where, you know, when we start doing the math, we're not going to get that kind of clarification. We never have. We never have. And we do run into people from overseas. Yes, there was a lot of guys buying dogs from overseas. But when it comes down to what trait they had, he had yellow traits. He had that Grand Champion Buck trait. When I say Grand Champion Buck trait, let me remind you guys, Dolly has the same bred shit the Grand Champion Buck has. That's why the Stone City Mayday cross clicked, because there wasn't no outcross. There was no outcross because there's yellow in both dogs, and there's Grand Champion Buck, Dolly, Little Tater, in both lines of dogs. And both dogs, in both lines, regardless of which one it was, they had producing traits of wins. That's what we own. The wins. These dogs wouldn't be being talked about on this show when it comes to that anyway, because that's all we talk about is wins. That's the trait they all had. That winning trait. That winning trait. That means you got to have somebody, poor soul, that literally have to step over there on the other side, look at what's in front of them, because that's exactly what happens for them to be famous, for them to be even worried about what trait they had. They had a winning trait. The best trait you can ask for is a winning trait. And then you want a winning trait to be a consistent winning trait. That's why Mayday dogs hold a lot of titles. They hold a lot of titles. They have more grand champions than any line of dogs out there. More grand champions. With all the great lines and bred dogs, Mayday had a lot of grand champions. And then we can't even just say Mayday, because that adds to Yellow, his daddy. And so when you go adding to his daddy, now I got to go over there and grab Awesome Baby. And then I got to go over there and grab all the stuff that came off of Awesome Baby. And then all the stuff that came off of Black Ice and his crosses. And all the stuff that came off the Going Hard dogs. Then we get to adding all those dogs on top of that. That's the trait that I'm talking about. Because why are we talking about these particular dogs? Because they are winners. That means there's some poor soul that they had to step over and lose. That's it. And that's a lot of losses. It's a lot of losses. And a lot of history being made in that process. Because what better trait to have when you're batting 90? I'm batting that I guarantee I get on base. And for a person to have to meet that kind of batter, you don't want to run into him. But you ain't got to be scared. Because if you were scared, these dogs wouldn't be famous as they are. And keep in mind, what am I talking about? The traits was winning traits. I don't even have to stop there. I can go to Gaston's yard. I can go to Undertaker's yard. I can go to Hardcore's yard. There ain't going to be but 2 lines of dogs out there. 2 lines of dogs out there that I can guarantee you, you look on the register of merit list back then, you're going to see them 2 lines. Yellow and G. Coming up number 3, Buck. And I'm talking about, we ain't adding a bunch of others here. I'm talking about when you look at those 3 lines of dogs, has produced more grand champions and champions than any line in the history of this dog game. Don't have to believe it. You ain't gotta like it. Just understand it. That's what made them so special. You know, it wasn't, you don't hear us running around talking about their, their blood, you know what I'm saying? And we sure don't have to hear them talking about it over there in Czechoslovakia. No, these dogs was doing what they did here. It wasn't Victor doing that. It was people out there who was getting the dogs. How many lions can you see do that? You know, how was Tom so famous? Well, like I said, you got Tom producing more winners overseas back in the day than he was doing here. I mean, Tom literally fell off because of the controversies. You know, people wasn't buying his dogs. And those that were buying his dogs, they weren't being too happy. So he had to go through that. During that time right there, there was people talking shit about that. Remember what I said. I ain't the one that start putting asterisks on dogs in the journal. Why did we have to go to that? There was no other dog out there causing that kind of situation and problem but Frisco. You know what I'm saying? And it's coming by way of, Tom could have been doing the same thing Chico was doing. Maybe Chico learned how to do it by watching Tom because Chico is not a dummy. He's not a dummy. You go back through Chico's shit, you're going to see all these champions and grand champions and all this other shit, but you ain't going to find not a one of them mugs over here in the United States. Bro, I'm going to tell me which one. Well, I mean, Macho Buck come off of 357. It's not even hard. That's another situation. Undertaker, Gaston dogs. That's a whole nother buck line of dogs. I mean, when you start sticking them together, you know what I'm saying? The Patrick dogs was definitely, when you say Patrick, we could say buck, or we could say boils. Huh? Think about it. Now I'm adding more. Scoop it on, bring your asses on over here. You already, come on. Come on, all you old bolio on the bus, come on over here, stand behind here in this line. They wanted to know what made y'all so great. Come on over. And when you start bringing all that over here, you're going to find a whole bunch of great dogs. You got to remember, we ain't even get into champion Chino. We hadn't even got into grand champion Buster Brown over there at Strictly Business. You know what I'm saying? We could keep on going. That's, and only that, is why when guys make those comments like, what made them so special? Not saying that you were doing it in a smart ass manner, but it's really check your question. Because it's a question that you shouldn't have to ask. You should want to find out. Because to ask it, you're not going to get the impact. You're going to get not a biased person, but a factual person. And see, people that get facts thrown in their face don't like it because sometimes the truth hurts. Especially when I'm telling you. Y'all take it like I'm all on y'all. Y'all getting on you in my answers, and no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's just the way I answer the question. This is a show, ain't it? Okay, then when y'all throw rocks, this is, be prepared. That's why nobody likes to come on here and talk. So scared I'm going to zap their ass. Well, if you keep it real and treat the show like what it is, and then I can't jump down there and get like you and get on you. That's what it is. See, y'all don't know it, but when y'all do it to me, I jump right off this shit right here and jump right down there where y'all at. Because y'all sure ain't jumping up here. Remember that. I'm the king of this mountain. And guess what? I got a partner. So y'all just take things the wrong way. You know, it is 1 + 1 is 2. Ain't gonna never change. So that's what it is. It's not a hating game. You know, let's try to figure out. Let's try to figure out this. You know, come on now. Let's figure this out. How many of them other bloodlines you think was finding themselves in a situation to have to go deal with a yellow dog or a Mayday dog or a Stone City dog? You know what I'm saying? What kind of bulldogs was having to go in here and get beat by these dogs? You know, these are great lines. You know what I'm saying? You ever think about that? Yeah. You know, sometimes they might be the same line of dog. You know, think about that. You know, we pay very little homage to the losers. But if it don't be for the losers, it would not be no great dogs. Give the losers a hand. Okay, you gotta give them a hand, because without them, how are we gonna be great? You know, and to me, that goes further than anybody out there. That when I hear guys try to get funny and act the way they act about anybody's line of dogs that has winning heritage and history, you're gonna always hear me get smart, because a loser has more right to speak up and be funny and troll if he chooses to than anybody who ain't never done shit. You know, because he is the second line of defense. I'd rather have him stand there and tell you, you ain't even got to my spot. So don't be trying to go over my head to get to theirs. Because you have to stand up to the loser if you ain't been a winner. And if you've been a winner, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got that line, and you want to be a winner, then you go find one and you go put your shit on there and let's find out. Because that's exactly what was going on. Noriega went into Ajax dog of the year. But out of all them 15 dogs that I said was champions, there was only one loss. One loss out of damn near 15 dogs. And we start pulling up grand champion this, grand champion that. You still had Luke Kane. You had Hunch, Barracuda. You know, them the two big ones right there. You know, and that goes a long way when you start talking about just them three. Now, when you start adding a champion list to it, we'll be going there all night. But keep in mind, y'all, these are all wins, but these are also involved with the losers. You gonna call me a bum? Because Tommy Boy she made 97 front cover, but and I lost to her. But imagine me being the gatekeeper. Yeah, I lost. I'm like all the other losers that made dogs great. Now, what you got to say to me? You can't even step to my level. Because without me, they wouldn't be shit. So, come here, you little rabbit. You see what I'm saying? That's why guys need to be real careful when y'all ain't look at it like that. You got to look at it like that. These dogs wouldn't be shit if it don't be for the losers. So I give all the respect to the losers for all these smart asses that always got something slick to say. Take a person like me that done lost, and you come up to my gate trying to get in. You know what I'm saying? You know, you better get back around there and try to go through Canada, because what can you say to me? Yeah, I lost, but what have you done? See, it's always back to that. Some of the guys hate doing. Y'all always want to shoot a brick. But when you realize your brick is hitting a wall, and it ain't hitting shit, and then you got to watch this boulder come back up off that wall or that ricochet. Don't stand too close. That ricochet a mother. You know, you get mad. Make up your mind. That's why you're standing right there going through what you're going through, and I'm standing right here being the gatekeeper. Because, yeah, I'm the loser. I'm the loser that made them great. And there's a lot of us here. Okay? There is a lot of us here. That's what I can say about Mayday dogs. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of us standing there as losers, because without them, we would never be as great as our dogs were. So take that point in mind. Mike, it's on you, guy. Y'all know what I'm saying. There's always love, man. But y'all got to remember where we at. We all grown men, and we on my bus. And we over here in my world. So, you know, you notice you don't see no cats running through here. You know what I'm saying? You don't see no possums, no wildlife. You don't see none of that, because even they got smart. Even they got smart. They know when a lion is in the damn woods and the lion is lurking. You know? So if I'm preaching the truth, make sure y'all give me them thumbs up tonight, because you know I'm serious. You know, Mike? Anybody saying that? I see a whole lot of writing. Yeah. I hope y'all showing love, man. You know what I mean? Show the love, baby. Everybody get on the bus. Everybody get on the bus. I don't care if your dog curved tonight. Take him home. If you feel like you need to reevaluate the situation, you know, take him home. Sleep on it. Make your decision in the morning. You would not believe this, guys, but I've had guys literally call me and say, twin. That's what I did, man. Man, I damn near sold all I could sell in my yard, and I gave the rest of that shit away, bro. I just wanted to revamp all my shit. For real. You know what most of them said? The most important thing that they got out of that conversation was the change space that it costs to have a dog there. The cost. You can't roll over on your wife because you got to get up and feed your dog. Because that's the kind of person I was. Maybe I'll come back when I'm done and hit a shower. You can play with me the rest of the morning, but I got to go feed my dog. Okay? Keep it real, baby. Y'all know that. Y'all know that.
You know, one thing I didn't notice tonight is we have to 82% on the yeses and 18% on the nos. I always wanted to know, and I was actually watching the chat. We all kind of, I think at some point we all have to agree to even think about the word gameness. You have to understand your own terminology of what that means to you. Some of us might have a different meaning, level or meaning.
Level. It's a different level. It's a different level. Oh, let's not fool ourselves. We still get your asses back on the bus before we leave. Let me tell y'all something before we leave. It is a different level. Because where you may have gameness, your gameness didn't get you to the box. So your gameness didn't get you to the box. Now let's look at the gameness that was at the box. Okay? You got to look at it like that. Yeah, there's different levels here because you could be just as game as me, but guess what? I done something that you ain't done, and you ain't tested your full games to its full potential. Not to think you gonna stand there in front of me, and I done been in the box. And you ain't. You still dealing with roles. You still dealing with a game ass dog that ain't got all they got. You can't put your game bullshit on my level. I'm gonna have to cuss you out just to even think. I can't believe this. And I'm showing my game is where it counts. You can't get that far. Now, how you gonna hate on that? Somebody tell me how you gonna hate on that analogy.
They do. But like I was saying about the level of the game is because I think after seeing it as much, and we graded on it, and you got to understand that, we didn't have a whole bunch of nonsense on our yard. We actually was, our yard was basically built off the best, went into the best. And if you could survive that, we didn't have no problems with who, what, when, where at all. And maybe that's, we can sit here and say, well, we don't know how game Brat was. I can't tell you how game Pretty Mama was. I can tell you how game Psycho was. But we can't even tell you to what limit. But yeah, we can because he still went after the damn cat. Just was automatic. See, it's those things that we weren't really into the game part because we always felt like the game dog ain't got a chance against a killer. We always believed that. We always thought that, and that was fundamentally who we were. But then we knew you had to look at how we got to that point. Look at the yard. You got to be, not everybody was using everything on their yard. But the ones who was actually winning, which most of the time we was around them people, you kind of got an idea of what it took to win. Now, I seen a bunch of Mayday dogs go. Barracuda, Twisted. Who else? Brat.
Mm-hmm. I seen Choice.
Yeah, Choice and Cock Diesel. Was it Cock
Yeah,
Diesel?
Cock
Cock Diesel. Yeah. I mean, when you see these dogs, and
Annabelle.
Some of them had that ability to go in there and destroy you. But one thing I can say about the Mayday dogs, I never seen one push to the limit. Not the one I've seen, personally. I've never seen one push to the limit. The way you could say, like, he did something game. Now, they say Mayday was pushed to the limit with Cody, but he was all uphill. They had to take the ride back and all that. But, to me, that was because of a disadvantage. And you pressed the dog to the limit, and he still overcame. But that just goes to show the type of dog and what he had in him. But not all of us have to deal with the bullshit. We had to deal with the travel, and you see what the travel did for us. It made another dog famous. If anything, I would have hoped that Tommy Boy had to live because a dog like that should have had some puppies on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
They had no idea that day was going to be such a bad day. And that's generally the way they felt. That was just a bad day. Not only for us, but for them. because they wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
So when you see something like that, and like even they couldn't even enjoy the win because they weren't expecting that. And such a great bred dog with
no puppies.
no puppies. You know, you get a chance to see what that looks like, kind of get an understanding how they felt, which I clearly understand why they was mad in the end. You know, but
They'd been happy if they really just read it and it never came on, and I just went and picked her up.
yeah,
They would have been a lot happier than to watch her kick in and do what she did to Tommy. That quick.
yeah, that
And I think Stone City, they respected us after that. You know, I came home a little bit. I've been friends with them since. You know, they're gonna have their way of, standing up for Tommy. One thing they cannot get out of their mind and out of their heads is they were standing there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they seen it for
They
themselves.
seen it for themselves. No wonder they did it. Thank God that she can come over here full gear. For real. It was like that. It went from looking like a joke, because she's not doing anything. I mean, she was acting like a cold dog. And you're in here with a dog that's been one foe. And it don't seem like I'm trying to save you. She saved herself. And what she showed him that night, believe me, going hard always gonna get that respect from him. And they got an idea what it looked like and gave me more respect after they seen when I crossed the Mayday Stone City dogs and what I got. I still got Buck Rogers and a registered mare out that very litter. Don't forget that. The very first Mayday Stone Critic. They couldn't get that out of Macho and Macho. Because they came off that litter. You know what I'm saying?
Couldn't never tell you just how game even some of them dogs were.
Mm-mm.
Because we never had anything that could stay in there with them long enough.
You put it to the test.
Right.
That's right.
I think Buck Rogers' second one, that was a good dog, but
he was never in trouble.
he was never in trouble. It was
That's
always
all of them is. Some of them can just do it methodically, because that's really what they want to do. That's one thing about those type of line of dogs. Yellow Man, all of them. I mean, we could just run through a whole damn list of dogs coming down off the dog. Grand Champion Mr. Mayday. I mean, there's still grand champions and great dogs coming down off that shit. Just like I think it's going to wear down and wear off because the Stone City Macho Buck stuff, if that's all y'all got left, then y'all in a hurt. Y'all do not have the great dogs and the dog that was good as these dogs back then because Macho Buck, I'm giving that love to 357.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It'd be a different story with what 357. Because Macho and all these other ones that they seem to have when these litter got bigger and bigger. You go pull that pedigree up of Mayday and Blondie, you gonna be like, come on now. And I know the breeding wasn't done but once. Anybody know? Guess who? I know. Because Tony, before he did it, he stopped by Tampa. Mm-hmm. And me and him talk. So I know what I'm talking about. I know evolution. I know all of them. Remember, there wasn't too many of my kind hanging around with them. But I earned my right to be around. You know, and I was around some great dog men. You know, but in that circle, you get a chance to see shit. You know, I'm always asking questions. Like, AK, how does dog make dog of the year, y'all? What's the politics at? Oh, I smell a rat. Jesse, how's this happening? Okay, I know how it's happening. Oh, your nephew. Oh, okay. Yeah, boy gets in trouble. Boy want to get quick extra bunch of money. Chico got a wife with money. Somebody paid for it to get done. They was all running together, Chico and Evolution and them. Not taking nothing away from Super Kennels and you know, the daddy. Because the daddy, he didn't need that kind of help his damn self. But don't forget about your Buck's daddy. You know, I mean, Macho Bear and Puma and all these other Bagmen and, you know what I'm saying? I mean, y'all don't want to know my opinion. Because y'all ain't saying enough winning champions to be saying those dogs' names to me. Because that ain't what made Mayday dogs famous. They don't have the champions and the grand champions of what these dogs was doing in my time. You know, you guys don't have it. Just admit it. Face it. I mean, that goes a long way when we say that about a lot of dogs. I can pull up 3 great dogs. 3 great dogs, and I'm going to do it Friday. I'm going to show y'all 3 great dogs. You know, don't know when, where, or even if it's true. But I'm going to show you their pedigrees. You know, in these pedigrees, you see what these dogs had to come a long way to be able to maintain what they are able to do to be these dogs worthy for Twin to talk about. Because it's going to definitely be a pattern. And it's definitely going to be a purpose. Okay? I'm going to leave it there, man, and see y'all deal with it Friday.
Yeah. But it's good to be here on a Tuesday. You know, it's the beginning of the week, man.
Yeah, I'm so tired. Yeah, I've been up all night.
Yeah.
I still got to stay up because I got to finish it.
But, yo, this GAMENESS thing, you know, I always look at it, you know, fellas, when you have them conversations, just
respect the losers. It ain't even worth it talking about, man.
Yeah.
If you ain't thinking about the guys that lost, even when they got in the corners and quit, they still, I mean, come on, y'all got to respect the game. You know, y'all be quick to talk about a person, you know what I'm saying, or fly a rock across the room, you know what I mean? And yet y'all ain't, I'd rather be the loser than y'all. Because at least I'm in there. You gonna talk shit to me and you standing on the other side? Come on, man. Where you think that shit gonna fly at, bro? Come on now. Let's clean it up, man. Let's go, man.
Clean it up.
Because I'm throwing rocks. Look, numbers steady going up. Hey, what's up, fellas? I love y'all, man.
No.
What's up?
I'm just checking.
Okay. You know, I'll be just watching, man. You know, that's why I don't watch. You know, every once in a while I'll stop in, but lately I've been just so busy. I haven't been standing up on everybody's shit because I like going to everybody's shit sometimes too, just to show the love, to let them know that I'm out here, man, hollering and showing the love to everybody, you know. But what I'm hating about the community is like a big ass paying place, and you know, for a real dogger, you know what I'm saying, I ain't into that sissy ass shit.
Hold on,
you know?
I got one for you. Big shout out to my man, the Mad Doctor. He said he never lost a Mayday's son. He's 3-0. Well,
that's because you never run into one of us.
Right.
You think you would have bought that shit and ran into a brat? You think you would have ran in there and beat Twisted? You think you would have ran in there and beat Barracuda? You know, you should have tried. Them the sons you should have been messing with.
The cock diesel.
Cock diesel. You know, I'm just shooting them out there. Little Mayday. I mean, come on.
There was a bunch of them.
There's a bunch of them out there. You would have been standing over there in that corner, joining the crowd that did. Don't feel bad about it, but you didn't knock off none of them.
That bunch that was here before he left.
Yeah, we talking about that bunch. I hear you, but nothing worthy of speaking on when it comes to so many other ones that you didn't run into. You should have went after one of them like I went after Tommy. You should have took your shit and went after one of them like I did after Tommy. You know what I'm saying? That's how you make a statement. This beating one, there's a whole bunch of them out here that didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't run into one that was that special one. Imagine the 9 that lost to Barracuda. You wasn't one of them, was you? No. You wasn't one of them 5 to Lucan, right? No. What about Hunch? No. Twisted? No. Graveyard? Noriega? No. 600? You missed that one too, huh? Monster! Come on, bro.
You missed it.
Well, who the hell what Mayday dogs did you beat? Because them ain't the ones that matter. You know what I'm saying? I said, out of all the champions out there, the only one that lost was Noriega, and that was to Grand Champion Ajax. You know, so what did that put you in that pot of, you know, come on now, Mad Doctor, I love you, baby. But you got to see where you're standing now.
We know you're in that Detroit area.
You're in that Detroit area, and you know how we fly. I'm from Akron. You know how I got my Akron shit on too, bro. You already know how I fly. You didn't run into none of that shit right there. Because I can guarantee you wouldn't have went 3-0. Now, how much you bet?
We're all up in there.
We're all up in it. Always. You know, you wouldn't have went 3-0 if you'd have been going after those dogs. You can beat them other ones. We don't know nothing about them. You know what I mean? A lot of people go out and buy a bunch of great brand shit and don't get shit out of it. And there'd be guys like you that can beat them and say, I beat a Mayday dog. But you didn't beat these that I'm talking about. Because if you had tried, you'd have been one of them standing over there that you have to go through the gatekeeper. And that's the gatekeepers who was standing there who lost to guys like us. Your 3 dogs that you beat ain't shit compared to that guy that lost to me. And he gonna tell you that his damn self. Guarantee it. Anybody that lost to Barracuda gonna tell you the same thing. I lost to Barracuda. You ain't did shit. You didn't go into none of that shit. You guarantee your name ain't on none of them damn great dogs. Let's get a pub to the ones that lost to those great dogs, because at least they gonna always make history. You understand what I'm saying? You can beat all the Mayday dogs out there, but we're not talking about those. You know, go beat a real one. Go beat one like I'm sitting on. And if you didn't beat me, you still are in a better position to stand there as a gatekeeper and be able to stand there and tell somebody, I lost to Twin and them. Did you beat a dog like the dog I went into? Then why ain't your dog a goddamn winner? You say that. And who did he beat? See, when you do that right there, because see, that's where the game is always being played to the point where y'all don't put enough respect on the level. And see, I'm that kind of guy gonna always crawl up under y'all skin. And I'm gonna always get on y'all nerve when I talk about that stuff. Because y'all don't give enough respect to the losers. I'm gonna always make sure that, you know, regardless of what y'all doing, you know, for every great dog out here, he wouldn't be great unless there was somebody who lost to him And if y'all names don't fall in that list of those dogs right there, those are the gatekeepers to every great dog out here to earn their titles. Because for every person that lost in one of those dogs, they still better than you. They still better than you. They still been in the competition that you ain't been in. And you probably won't get in. Because at least they took the chance. You might not be up to that level to take the chance to go after one. If you don't play in that level, it's easy to win anywhere. But are you hungry enough to go after the best? You willing to test that theory? That's what I'm on.
That's what you always been on, though.
Gonna be on.
You know, that's
Not being harsh. And that ain't made out to you, Mad Doctor. That's just me talking to the audience, baby. Love you, bro. But you hear what I'm saying. But that's just the facts. Think about it. Ain't nothing harm in what I'm saying. It's nothing but the truth. Like I said, sometimes the truth stains. You know, you right there in that Detroit area. We played up in there a lot. That's a stomping ground. Ohio hit the map when we start knocking in Detroit. I'm gonna tell you the two hardest places to win: Akron, Ohio, and Detroit. Listen to what I said. And I go for all y'all. I don't care where y'all from. Akron, Ohio, and Detroit was definitely where you did not want to bring your shit. Because we met a lot of champions and grand champions and invited the whole country in.
some of the biggest shows.
Some of the biggest shows showed up there in Akron and Detroit. And that's on the real. You know what I'm saying? What they call damn? Hoorah! All them, man. The original bounty hunter. PLP. Y'all, man, y'all don't get it. When you start adding up those wins and adding up those dogs.
Can't forget about my boys Deep South.
South, they had a great run. I mean, ain't too many kennels that had two great dogs on their yard. Deep South had, I forgot, Barracuda and Mayday was on the same yard. Yep, no name in them had Barracuda and Mayday. Deep South had Luke Kane and Twisted. And well, I got to admit, I had little Mayday and Brat. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't too many people that had that type of privilege to have two champion dogs off of Mayday.
Well, I never seen that GAMENESS tested.
Not me either.
All the money
I saw a good one with Barracuda and Twisted though. But it was it wasn't, here's the story. Yeah, this is how this went.
Like that.
When you go into a Mayday dog, yeah, you there. But even if you were standing there with your money on the other dog, you already know you're trying to get closer to the door, you can slip out. If you started standing next to me before the match was over, you'd be over there by the door. Me up there coming, where you going, bro? It's almost over. Hold on. It's almost over. Because the whole time, you standing there with that ticket in your hand, thinking, yeah, he can get it, but you can never see him catch up. You know, you want it so bad, but it don't never come. Because that's how consistent they was about eating your ass up. They don't care how long it takes for you to keep trying. You're just not going to get there. You're just not going to get there. I've seen it so many times. You're just not going to get there. When you be the real Mayday dog, then you would have been beating dogs like Twisted, Barracuda, the Brat, Mayday, Chanel, Annabelle, Graveyard, Monster, Cock Diesel. You know, beat one of them. Because those are the ones we talk about. Y'all ain't beating none of them. Because ain't but one had to worry about, and that was Noriega, 600. You ain't beat none of them. So, God said, who you beating outside that? You ain't beat none of them. That's all I'm saying. Don't take it heart to heart. You just take it as the truth. You know, see, I have a right to sit there and say, so what? You beat me. Shit. I'm one of them. You know what I'm saying? You don't like the way I feel, baby? You don't like the way I feel? Huh? Come on now. How you not gonna like the way I feel? Come on.
There you go.
Yeah, you can tell I'm getting tired.
You can tell you're getting
I
tired.
look like I've been smoking and this, dog, y'all. It's just I'm tired. And I'm bored. I can tell you, I'm going to tighten up on y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're getting away from the word. I'm getting back on the bus. If y'all want to get on the bus, then y'all ain't got to get on the bus. But if you want to get on the bus, this is what happens when you get on this bus. You know, ain't nobody holding no straws and ain't nobody holding no hands. You know what I'm saying? We carry brake sticks around here. You want somebody need to get a brake stick and brake twin off their ass, you better get over here and get it then. Okay? I love y'all, man. Come on now. Come on. You gotta get in there and have fun. Y'all throw rocks all the time with y'all little slick ass comments, and I enjoy answering them. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad. You ought to like the shit, really. Because that's how much meaningful it is. It ain't really nothing. So take it and ride with it. But keep it real, because I'm coming real. And I'm coming hard. You know what I mean?
You know, when I sit there and I looked at the, you know, for years, when I seen Tommy Boy and I seen what she did, the first thing I did was grabbed her pedigree. Because you heard about her, but actually having a chance to see her, you know, I could see why, you know, she was getting out of there quick.
Mm-hmm. She was a buzzsaw.
She was a buzzsaw.
But she was crazy.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's what Jeep dogs do.
They crazy like that.
Yeah, Jeep dogs do that. We done seen them. I mean, we had Goldie.
Right.
We had Goldie. That was a Jeep dog. She fought and acted like a Jeep dog. She did. And I can tell you why she got dogs out of there quick. Her aggression. They be so aggressive that if you ain't in the habit of running into one of them, you know what I'm saying? Then you just a lucky man. You just a lucky man. I'm telling you. Grand Champion Sable. I mean the dogs that I've seen, I mean, she was another one like that. You know, I mean, she coming in there looking like Tornado. I mean, cock dieseled up, you know. You want to see some real bulldogs, you know, back in my time, you should have been coming to our matches. You know, when we on roids and shit, looking like Lou Ferrigno. I mean, you look at Tommy and then you look at Red Ace. And just imagine what happened when Red Ace kicked in. All them little muscles little Tommy boy had in him didn't mean shit. Pure power. Pure power. Red Ace wasn't just no hard biter. She was strong as hell. I mean, Tommy looked good. She did look good, didn't she? I had a picture of her after the match. Yeah, I had a picture of her with them. They was looking worried. They were looking worried. She was still up on her 2 feet in the front. But you look in the picture, you'll see what I'm talking about. Wasn't nobody looking at the front of her. Everybody was looking at the back of her like, oh my God. Yeah, they weren't happy either. They knew she was in trouble. Yeah. But I'd have had me a dog off of her. And again, I'm going to tell you again, I like the Garner shit these days. I mean, the breedings that I'm seeing being made, coming down off that Frisco shit, man, I am definitely telling y'all that, you know, Chinaman with that dog. That Eli Snooty Cross, boy, I'm trying to tell you, man. You know, it made me feel good about that Snooty shit because I'm always thinking about judo with Snooty and Molly B. Snooty had a Snooty. You gonna sneak around there and see Snooty and a bunch of badass dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? You know they sleep on Snooty, man.
He ain't had no talent.
He didn't have no talent, but you know, come on, look who had him.
Yeah.
Remember, they were so used to going around here beating Jim and John and Bob and shit. You know what I'm saying? When Nut and Bobo and them start coming in the scene, you know, shit changed. That's all it was. The game changed. You know, only gladiators was gonna stick around was like Big Thicket and, you know, what's his name? They have Virgil. Gambler. You know, you got guys like that. Ozzy, Gus, O'Harry. You know, these guys, they was doggers. They was definitely Fergie. These was white guys. Bill.
Frank.
Yep, Frank. You know, these is, you know, guys like Atlas and them and all them, they was putting up the boots.
Yeah.
They were trying to get up out of there, boy. Even the Robinsons. You know, for real. Because we start getting our hands on their better dogs. I mean, how am I supposed to get a dog off of Molly B and Snooty? How's that supposed to happen? Yeah, brother-sister breeding. You know, we not supposed to get our hands on that back then. You know, that dog right there probably would have been the famous, you know, John Bean, Jim Bean. You know how they name their dogs and shit, you know. You know, it could have been Jim Bean. If they had been in their hands, and probably been a grand champion because, you know, where they play at is a little different than where we play at. That I can tell you. You know, for real. I even got to give it to Frank Rocco. But he was really like all the rest of them too. Don't let it fool you. You know, he's an Ohio boy, so I can tell you about him too. You know, he's a good guy. You know, we bred the Stonewall. Yes, we did. We actually bred Amber to rock a Stonewall. And we had a little Jeep female, my KP. He'll tell you all that one day. One day. Hopefully. But yeah, he bred all them dogs, man. All of them.
We just got out of the game dog thought. You know, when you get away from that game, the gameness
the
thing,
wins.
No, the gameness went right out the window.
It did. It's the wins, man.
Yeah.
It's the win.
And there was a lot of guys out there who felt that way too, though. They get rid of a good dog that maybe went 2 hours, 2:30, and that ain't a good dog to them.
Ain't none of them gonna be easy.
No.
If you're in real stiff competition, I mean, or you know, you have to look at it like this. Brat won 3 matches, y'all, and every one she went into was a 2-time winner going for their championship. You gotta know it. You gotta feel it. You gotta see it to know it. And then you go do it. You gotta go do it. You see, I went after Tommy.
I would have thought after.
I mean, shit, the little Mayday made it up for me by knocking off Wacko. You know what I'm saying? And he did it in good fashion, like a going hard dog was supposed to do. And look at all his matches. No different than Brat. You know, we had killers like Red Ace. You're not going to beat them, period.
That's kind of how we felt, though.
That's how I am. I ain't no felt that shit. I knew that shit. The hell you mean? I ain't feel shit. Man. I knew you wasn't going to beat them. I knew it. Okay?
I don't have any
Believe that.
doubts. I didn't have any doubts.
None.
Never. But then that's the attitude you take. I mean,
you put them in there to see.
Yeah.
Ain't no talking about it. We can already see. right? And there's somebody coming in there, you watch. In a few seconds, you're going to see a man wrapped up with a dog in a towel, and watch what he do. He going to step his foot over there, and you think about that guy who's getting ready to step his foot over there. He's feeling the same damn way. Now, when he step back out of there, a loser, he's going to be your gatekeeper. For any slick shit you got to say about him, he's going to be waiting on your ass. Trust me. Because he has more right to eat your ass up because you can't compare yourself to him even when he loses. I got to think about that, man. Y'all don't give the losers enough credit because without them, we couldn't be great. Y'all talk about the pick and choosing thing, but damn, as much as shit as y'all talk about the pick and choosing thing, well, shit, why can't you pick your ass away up over here where we at?
Yeah, that was another situation.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody
it ain't like it didn't happen.
Right. Ain't nobody running their ass up over here. They was not running their ass up over here. Yeah, I'm going to talk shit. I'm going to have to start confidence now because I don't think y'all think I'm playing. Shit. And I ain't talking like no off the chain or all that other thing everybody else be talking. No, I ain't on that level. Believe that. Not that part.
No.
No, man. When you talk like I talk, you got to see it to believe it and be it. You ain't that yet, then just sit there and on the bus where we at and just imagine. Try to understand what I'm saying. Don't try to knock it down. Try to understand what I'm saying, which is real. You know what I'm saying? And that's on some real shit. You think they wasn't talking that shit when Queen was around here? You know what I'm saying? And they studied sucking people into the trap. Oh, man, our last match, she looked terrible. I don't know, man. Give me a week and call me back. Oh, they thinking, we can get Queen. Oh, yeah, if he give us this, we're going to get Queen. Yes, we is. We're going to get her. How you going to win 8 matches against a killer? Unless somebody's pulling some shit. Why y'all keep going into her? I mean, I say the same thing about Tornado. I ain't see one dog get in there and get on Tornado's nose. Not one. Not one. I think I seen one dog that put Pandy or Queen down like they got to come up from the bottom. Okay? Now just imagine the fool, and it got to be a fool. God bless his heart, 4 of them. I got to give it 4 of them. God bless their heart, 4 of them it took to go after Pandy. 4 of them. It took 4 people to go out there and believe. Believe. But that's all. It didn't take 8. It didn't take 10. You know what I'm saying? No, it only took 4. With an old little tiny little dog that when you bring her in, she's looking like this. You know what I'm saying? Putting her down, she looking all around the room. Man, the worst mistake you can do is when they say release the dog. Well, they say release the dog, and you run over there and slap that bitch. What? Y'all ain't seen bulldogging, y'all. Y'all have never seen some transformation shit. I swear that bitch looked like she transformed. I mean, muscles, everything popped up. And then the ass whooping began. You fucked up, put your mouth on me. 19 minutes if it was that long. 19 minutes if it was that long. Now, Shady Lady was doing it in that kind of time. But even Ricky Jones knew that he bought that bitch over there and tried to put that bitch on Queen. Queen was going to kill her. He knew Queen was going to kill her. He already tried to take Lou over there. He wanted to test the waters. You think that he was going to go back and take that loss and go get Shady Lady? For real? In your wildest ass dream, that man wasn't crazy. Because he could just have been one of them victims of that 8. Come on now. See, that's the real game. That's the game I'm talking. That not politics. The shit that was really going on. You couldn't even find nobody. I'm talking about you got 9 million making dog of the year, yet you got a 4-time winner open to the damn world. It couldn't get one more match. Just one more. One more.
It didn't even scratch.
That should have been the sucker move, but everybody in the world caught that one. You know, ain't nobody destroying shit like that. Nobody destroying shit like that. Nobody. Closest thing was Queen. Queen was the closest thing that was killing shit like that. And if you want to know the truth, our dogs kill shit like that. We ain't coming in here to dance around. The only one that danced around and hung around was Mama. That was it. The other truth, Stone City, Mayday, all them boys, I'm trying to tell you, it wasn't no sitting around hanging out, none of that. Too much bulldog. It was this way, too much bulldog. That's what it was about. You know, now you messing with dogs that's in the fast lane, and this is what the fast lane consists of. And anybody want to talk shit, and everybody want to criticize what the fast lane is, you go to that list of all those great dogs that we talk about, you know what I'm saying? And then ask yourself, you know, would you been wanting to be one of the mugs that came in that box and became one of them losses to them? Or you want to be one of them people that want to stand outside the box that never even tried to step into that kind of caliber shit and talk shit about them? Which one are you going to be? Woo! I'm like Ric Flair on that one. Woo! All right, y'all. I'm ready to go home. Love y'all, man. Y'all just, you know, keeping it real, keeping the ups and on the ups. You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody want to throw a rock in there once in a while. Guess what? I'm throwing rocks too. But I'm throwing rocks of truth. You know, and that's just keeping it real. If you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you understand exactly what I'm saying. And if you want to keep it real about the real, you know I ain't saying nothing wrong.
Big shout out to my man, Big Hill. The Big Hill fam, I see you, fam.
Big Hill.
What up, fam? Vendetta. What up,
Vendetta.
Let me see who else I got here. Sporting Dog Archives.
What's up there, baby?
I think it was Sporting Dog who did that Tommy Boy thing.
Sporting Dog, was that you, man? You need to give me, man, hook me up, man.
I believe I've seen it before and I thought it was Sporting Dog. But big shout out to Sporting Dog.
Yeah, I be liking that shit, man.
Y'all don't forget to support my brothers too. Sporting Dog.
Hey man, you a
Big Hill fam. I know I be at your show, man. I don't say nothing, man. But I just want you to know, man, I enjoy your show. So keep doing what you're doing. Anybody, if you guys haven't been over there to Sporting Dog Archive and my man Big Hill fam, you need to get over there because
very entertaining.
Very
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I be over there, man.
I like the way you hold court.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man.
I like the way you hold court, fam.
That's Big Hill, right?
Yeah, Big Hill, he be going off on everything.
He be going off on everything. I be like, that's my band right here. Now, see that? They don't know how to take it. If they don't know how to take it, man, then you keep on making it. Because you can definitely keep the weed in their seat.
Yeah. Because, you know, we all have our own histories. That's why I enjoy other people. And I want y'all to help support some of these guys because, again, hey, we had 7-8 help us. You know, if y'all start helping each other and just go entertain with them, man. Look, it's almost like sitting around, because that's generally what I do. I go in and I just hang out. I try not to get involved in the show up part too soon because it's their format. Let them build their format. I want y'all to help build their format. Because, if you like talking bulldog and you just like to talk and be a part of something, go check out Sporting Dog Archives and my man, the Big Hill Fam. You would definitely be, if anything, entertained. One's holding court and one just holding everybody's ass. Big.
Look, man.
You know what I mean?
And
Big Hill, he holding everybody's ass to the fire.
Right.
Everybody.
But see, he ain't like Dougie though.
Nah, he knows some shit. Big Hill knows some shit.
And see, when you put up, you got to be ready to make them shut up too. Me, I'm one of them. I'm gonna talk shit and put my shit up. I'm gonna let you know. You know what I'm saying? Now you wanna act like you wanna be there, get there.
Yeah.
Get there. And like I said, I can't be famous without you getting there, baby. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one for run. How am I gonna make champion if you don't get there? So I hope you feel like I feel and step on over. Because that's what the truth is. That's where you answer all that shit at. You don't answer it going back and forth like, no, you have that mug up under your damn arm. And we can really be making history. I'm gonna be standing there being your gatekeeper. What? Anybody got anything to say about him? He beat me. Now what you think? What you think? You gonna talk shit on him and you ain't even do that much, man. You ain't even did that much. That's why I lost to him. What about you? What about you? I might get my money back off of you. That's why I'm standing here. I'm his gatekeeper. And I felt like that for everybody who lost to Brat. Any loss. Anybody that lose to me, they are gatekeepers. Because they doing something that most people would not do. And it was not easy for us to get on.
No.
Not when they know you killing shit. Again.
It passed. It was getting around.
It was getting around. Yeah, it was getting around. It got around. Ohio, let it be known, we was the first ones to rock that Mayday.
It was.
They was. They didn't know nothing about Mayday when Brat and them popped up. Nothing. It didn't take it long. Not at all. But they can always brag.
They did come down to, was that Kentucky?
No, that was Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah. The homies came after that. They came after the good shit, though.
They came after Mayday now.
Yeah, they came after Barracuda and Twisted. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I took my people right on up in there. Let's go, baby.
I'm riding with y'all. I'm telling you, I'm going to make damn sure I'm the gatekeeper. Yes, sir. I'm the gatekeeper with the wins, though. Yes, sir. I'm winning. They winning. They winning over there. I'm telling you, man, y'all did not want to be around that, man. I did not want to be around that. Give a love to the people who had the balls to step over there and make us a winner. How you going to talk shit and you ain't nowhere near that damn box? Not where we standing. Come on now. You can't let you get away with that, cuz. Some people can't do what I do.
It's
say
okay.
What I say. I can say it. And know what I'm saying. And mean it. You know what I'm saying? When you got that, man, I'm going to ride it like the damn chariot that it is. Everybody can't drive a Rolls Royce. I can't get mad at it because y'all ain't. I ain't mad at y'all because y'all can't drive like I'm driving. I ain't hating on y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting it be known. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to never step down. No. And honor everybody who lost. They have more right to stand there and be my gatekeeper. Because what nerve they got to talk about me and they can't get past you.
Yeah. Hey, while y'all out there doing what y'all do, man, it's a Tuesday night. Hey, help me out here, y'all. Help me out here. Give me some damn thumbs up, thumbs up.
Come on now.
Thumbs up, thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
Muscles.
Come on, brother.
Muscles.
My man, I see all them 100s over there. Y'all feeling that shit. See what I'm saying? Yeah.
Muscle.
Y'all know what's up. We on that bulldog thing. You know, we getting back on the bus now. You see all them 100s over there, Mike? Look at them. They know I'm keeping it real. I like that. I'm just looking over at the screen and seeing all that shit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, hey, can I get some roses? Roses! I need some damn roses!
Show it up, fellas.
Show some love, man.
Man, you know, ain't no hating, just relating. That's what I'm on. I love that. Thank you. Because they know I ain't hating. I am definitely relating. And if you can feel that, get that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be a hater when you talking like this. You just got to be real. That go for them boys that been out there and done that. All right? That's for them. They know it. And I'm just speaking up for y'all. I'm speaking up for y'all too, because y'all got them gatekeepers too.
It's a big game. There's a lot of gatekeeping. Y'all seen the books.
Y'all seen all them damn dogs in them books.
I mean, hey, man.
Come on now, keep it real.
That's all. Hey, keep up the game test, though, man. You know what I mean? Again, I don't know why I even had a conversation about game. Actually, I thought that maybe it would be, you know, the closest thing I could get to 100%. I don't know what my damn spell check. I know how to spell GAMENESS. You know what I mean? But I think they caught on to what I was trying to say. But in any case, GAMENESS, it matters regardless of what you choose to do with your dog. Just keep in mind and look at it as a trait that's already in it, because the only way you ever gonna know, the only way you ever know if a dog is game or not is you got to put it to work. You know, beyond what you could possibly imagine. I mean, I say that as a Marine because I would have never thought that I survived a situation that I wasn't prepared to deal with. You know, and that was the closest thing I could relate to it because, again, that was a shock to me. So imagine, you know, that's how I look at the dog. So I don't know if you got it in you, you know, but we have to find out. We have to look and see. We have to do all the things that can at least put it to the test. You know, and that works in every type of way, whether running the wall or being, you know, run to that hard bus on that treadmill. Run as fast as you can. Pull that weight as far as you can pull it. I mean, it takes gameness to do that, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you see a game one doing it, you gonna know that is a game ass dog. Cause it's gonna be relentless.
That dog will run up that damn wall looking like the Matrix.
Yeah, he way up there.
God damn, you ain't got that much.
Way up there.
Okay, now imagine the mind frame that dog got to be in to do that. You know, I wish I could game check my dog by hitting it on a wall. You know what I mean? Come on now. That's why it's important for the now to make it happen. You know, it would change a whole lot at the now, because then guess what? It stopped. See, there's not enough of that going on. That's why you got too many other people trying to be something that they ain't. But then at the same time, they're trying to gratify the fact that they're trying to do things the right way. But you're doing it in a way that makes me feel like you're breeding and you're selling puppies and ain't running no walls. You're sitting here swinging your goddamn pedigrees and you ain't running no walls or doing nothing. That is not going to work.
That's not going to work. That's all.
And I'm going to keep on calling your asses out on this shit. So, am I lying?
Well, again, that's why I give all my
Am I lying?
I give them a big shout out to South Bottoms.
Yep, South Bottom all day.
All day.
Hey, South Bottom. Hey, man, look here. You know, I'm still on that dog baiting thing. You know, I seen another video, an APBT'S show, where, you know, they, cowboys doing the shit. You know, me, I'm ready to go get the law changed. Because why ain't they raiding the dog shows and taking everybody to jail that their dogs is barking at each other? You know, why didn't they go and run up in the town's yard the day we was up there? You know what I'm saying? Because every one of them dogs was trying to get at each other, wasn't they?
Yeah, but then they had to get you for something.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what it was. And as a matter of fact, it wasn't even that. It was actually me showing my man that when his dog get tired, because he was saying his dog was animal aggressive, and I told him, I bet you I could break his ass. He just tired his ass out where he'd be so tired that he ain't thinking about another dog. Get used to him bringing around a dog where he's tired. Tire his ass out. And that's exactly what the video showed. Am I right, Mike?
Yeah.
This is what it exactly showed. It didn't show two dogs going rah, 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 rah. It just showed one dog barking at the dog that was sitting there looking at that mug like, man, I'm so tired, man. Leave me alone. So your dog wasn't as animal aggressive as you thought he was.
Hey, let me give a big shout out to my man Vendetta coming in with a 10-piece. Vendetta. Big shout out to my man, Mr. Brandon Newhouse. I see you, fam.
Thank you, fam.
Fort Lauderdale D. What up, fam? I know you be on the back street just hanging out, but appreciate you showing your face, fam.
Yeah, what's up, baby?
I think that's everybody, Mo. I think that's everybody. They big shout out. Oh, let me get back to that. My man Vendetta said, pop your shit, twin. I love it. 100 thumbs up, thumbs up.
Got it, baby. All right. I'm telling you, man, that's how you doing, man. That's how we doing, man. You keep that real shit right out there, man. Gravitate. That's what the Shark Tank for. You know what I'm saying? We done got away from eating chum. Everybody done come in here and started behaving. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to get my sharks riled up. You know what I mean? And it's more respectable and fun. But that doesn't mean that we got to tone down the real. That's the best thing about me is I'm going to keep it real. And I'm not one of those other good guys. No, I'm just saying, don't get mad at me by saying I'm different. You know, why can't I just say I'm different? You know, y'all ride with me because I'm different. So let me be different and tell y'all why I'm different. You know what I mean? And let me be me, and then you see, you know, training for real. He right about that shit, though. Y'all just don't like what he's saying because y'all know that shit getting under y'all skin to fit weird, nigga.
Right. You ain't never did. I understand where you feel when you
know who you are. Somebody taking it on the skin. It's like, I'm just talking to you. No, if you feeling something I'm saying, then maybe you got personal issues. It ain't got nothing to do with me and you. Okay?
Hey, man, regardless, whatever the damn situation is, man, make sure you just
keep it real.
Keep it real.
That's all.
Keep it real. Keep being you.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to keep being who we are, and we always.
Yeah. Again, as always, we always grasp the win, baby. Y'all know what's up there, Shark Tank. My viewers, listeners, y'all know what's up.
Y'all know what's up. Let me see. Look, man. See, he back. Yeah. Look, he still doing what he do, and that's a good thing, y'all. So y'all help me, help him, and as we get ready to get out of here,
dog of the night, baby.
Dog of the night. Game as you can get them.
Yes, sir.
Tomboy. Look at that breeding, man. That is a bona fide bulldog. Yeah. Hey, until Friday, man, y'all stay safe.
One love. thing. Woo! L2W, there, man, Dawson, what's up, baby? Love you too, fam.